Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
Hello, and welcome to the Moving the Needle podcast, where we ask, what moves you? Excellent or bogus? Did anyone do the right thing? Do you mess with the Zohan? With me tonight to discuss Do the Right Thing, Rocky vs. Creed, childhood, guilty pleasures, a test of time, you don't mess with the Zohan, once upon a time in Hollywood. With me tonight is Stephanie.
Hello.
Roy. Hello. And Henno. Yo, we want to thank you for listening on iTunes. We're also available on Spotify, just about everywhere you can find podcasts. We are, so come on now,
Google
let
Play.
us know. Email us at mtnpodcast@gmail.com or on facebook.com/mtnpod. Twitter and tweet us at mtnpod. There's so many ways to find us.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 489.
The Festivus?
Are we airing grievances? Will there be feats of strength?
We probably are, because we're podcast.
What was that? It froze up.
Of course. And things go sideways immediately.
Yep, it's working
I
fine.
said, yes, Brian, of course we're airing grievances, because...
Yeah, I think we're going to have to not do that. It just keeps locking up.
You know what's funny is it's the whole recording.
It's what?
It never stopped it the whole time. It's just as soon as we started recording.
Yeah, it is.
Like that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like in order to do this, we really are going to have to I'm going to have like high speed internet, or we're going to have to record together. It looks like.
I mean, I do like recording together.
I do
too.
It's
the sexiest way to record.
That is true. It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arm in arm, and just
Arm and Hammer.
Sure, why not? It's the kind of toothpaste I use.
I mean, fair enough. It's kind of I don't know. I got nothing.
Jeez. All right. Well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Well, see, now it seems to be going smoothly.
Yeah. Maybe
we're the most festive podcast on the network because it's our Christmas episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to drop. Today's the 23rd, so it's going to drop before.
Drop. Yeah.
Eve.
Be underneath your tree. Christmas Eve.
Right.
Yeah.
Waiting to sweep
Drop
Santa Claus's legs.
Santa's nuts.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, we're just waiting to sweep his legs when he least expects us.
I mean, if done properly, no can defend.
Right. God.
Wouldn't that just look like the silliest cake you could ever deliver?
Yeah.
In the world?
Well, I've heard on different podcasts where they'll talk about that, about how it's like actually that looks like one of the easiest kicks to defend. Like,
I don't know. No can defend.
No can defend. I know. I don't understand it, but I feel like if I was and I don't know, this probably exists to where like some mixed martial arts people have done, or martial artists of some sort have done a video of how easy it is to defend that, basically.
Like debunking the crane kick.
Right. Like if you see someone trying to do the crane kick, as soon as they start to move, just take a step backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as their arms go up in that like crane position,
yeah, right.
You just blast them with your 45.
So here's what I'm thinking: is literally the point of that kick and doing the crane thing like that isn't so much for balance, but you're basically doing the looky here with the left hand and then punch with the right.
That's true. That's true.
You're kind of distracting them. They're like, "The fuck you!"
Watch the hand, and then you like hit them with that front kick.
Right. Exactly.
They should have been watching the foot the whole time.
That's right. Because, when you're doing martial arts, you'd never have your hands up in any way to, protect your face or head or anything. No can defend, like you said.
No can defend.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
That's how I'm going to defend everything I do now. When people give me like shit about something, like just no can defend.
Right. It's similar to the I have spoken,
Yeah, I have spoken.
Yeah. When someone goes to argue with you, you just go, no can defend, and why?
No can defend.
That's it. You
like,
win.
Why'd you do that? No can defend.
And just walk away. That's it. You win.
Perfect.
Right there, you win. That's the verbal crane kick. No can defend.
Verbal crane kick. Oh, I love it. I love the verbal crane kick.
Yep.
Let's make a note of this real quick.
Oh, man. Have you watched any of Cobra Kai? I haven't watched any of it.
I've heard it's terrific.
Yeah, I have not at all watched it because there's 1.5 billion things that I want to watch that I haven't watched yet. So,
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm like, there's all these amazing shows out there.
Mm-hmm.
I should watch an episode of them. And then I start to watch an episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is amazing. And then I get distracted. It's like me and my video games.
Yep, I know.
This game's fucking great. Ooh, a new shiny one. Fuck you, old game.
Right? That's what
Until
I was...
like 7 months later, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember you, old game. Come on over here, buddy. And I put my arm around it for like 2 days.
That's what I was talking...
Fuck you, old game. Get out of here. Go on, get. No one likes you.
Yeah. Hitting him with a broom.
Exactly. Throwing rocks at it and shit.
I told a guy at GameStop that because he asked me, about...
go on, get?
No, like if he asked me if I had played Cyberpunk, and I told him no because, at this point I'm waiting for patches,
Are you waiting for your money back?
No, because I could get my money back if I wanted to. But like I said all along, it's like I've heard it runs fine on like the PS5, and Xbox. Right. So, and at some point I plan on, getting one of those. So it's like I'll just wait because I have a huge stack of games I barely played or haven't even started yet. So
Yeah.
I'll just put it at the bottom of the pile, basically. And if they put out patches that seem to fix a bunch, then I'll jump in and play it. And if not, if I get a PS5, I'll just start there. I mean, I told them, I said, luckily, it's kind of like when movies come out and stuff. It's like, when I was telling people for a while, like I never go to the movie theaters, and they were like, how do you see movies? And I'm like, I see them when they hit like Netflix or HBO or whatever. Like, there's so many movies I haven't seen. That, like, you remember, I talked about this, like the video stores, even when they were more prominent, I could,
Right.
and even still, with the few that are around here, I could walk in and pull from the stuff that's over a year old and never rent a new release and still feel like I'm watching new stuff because I've not seen so many movies. Like I could easily do that and never rent a new release.
Like,
So-
you guys hear any reviews on this Ghostbusters?
They're like, well, it's better than the second one. Like, whoa, what?
Well,
What are you in the future?
and no, let's not even get started on the all-female cast.
Right? What?
One. Like, wait, what?
They let women make movies? Yeah, that's about how backwards you sound. It's
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
No can defend.
No can defend. Right. I tell you what.
Boy is right.
You know what I have been consuming this week though?
Copious amounts of Christmas beer.
No, copious
like this one right here.
copious amounts. Yes, Christmas beer. No, I've been consuming copious amounts of Faygo Rock and Rye this week because,
Brian, do we need to have a Juggalo intervention?
dude, it's Rock and Rye.
All right, fair enough. I'll become a Juggalo too.
Yeah. Oh no! What have we done?
What have we done? Next episode, we're just sitting here in clown paint.
Yeah. Sounds like us.
Kind of, doesn't it?
No, I was up at Food Town getting some stuff, and while I was in there, I was perusing the beer aisle, being honest
Naturally.
here. And as I was walking back, I happened to turn to the Pop, I think it's Pop and Chips, whatever, and I saw they had, bottles of Rock and Rye. I was going to get a 12-pack, but they didn't have any. But two things. One, Faygo 12-packs are not what they used to be. Remember, Faygo used to be like the cheap pop around here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you bought Faygo, and they're like, "Here's a quarterback." You're like, "I haven't even paid."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And now it's pretty close to on par with other sody pops as far as the price goes.
See, I haven't noticed.
Yeah, they had 12-packs were like 3 for $10, and Coke tends to run like 4 for $11. So,
See, I remember the good old days walking to the Food Town, even by where I live now.
yeah,
When I was a child visiting my friend.
yeah.
And we'd load up on Faygo and it'd be like, I could spend $1.50 on this Mountain Dew, or I could spend $1.50 on this 3 liter of Moon Mist.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna deep throat that wide mouth Moon Mist.
I know. I've
'Cause
blown.
those 3 liters had that big ass.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I've blown a few
Not a
people's
2
minds.
liter.
No, a 3. For the same price as a 2 liter, generally.
Yeah, Trace Laterres.
Right.
I think that I said that right.
I don't know. It sounded flawless. I
I
don't.
know, right? I should ask Siri or something. I don't know.
But yeah, because I remember we used to buy Faygo a lot of times because you could get whatever flavor of Faygo. Like they did like 20 or 24 ounce bottles way before most of the other companies were doing them.
Yeah, because it was out of Detroit, and they knew everyone in the Rust Belt is a fat piece of shit, and we need our soda.
Well, it was cheaper too. It was like, like a lot of times it was like 24 ounces for like 99 cents. And like a Coke or a Pepsi was like you said, it was like $1.25 for like a 16 or a 20 ounce. So, it's like, well, shit, I can get more pop and it's less money. Sign me up.
Plus, I mean, respect, all the respect to Lilo and Stitch, but that's where I learned that Ohana means family.
That's true. That is true.
So,
Back when we used to
tell you,
consume
Lilo and Stitch.
a lot of Ohana lemonade
Oh yeah, I
and
I
vodka.
should try one now just to see how it tastes.
Oh, I'm sure it's like most lemonades, probably so sweet.
I'm sure now I'd take a sip and I'd just immediately dive in front of a fast-moving vehicle.
That'd be interesting to watch. Like, I wonder what. Like, that's an odd side effect of drinking one cap full of soda.
One cap.
Yeah.
Pour me 3 fingers of Ohana. And
Yeah.
just dive into traffic.
You know that means family, right? I'll tell you
I
what
know.
means family.
Just slap him in the face.
Yeah.
Means abusive family, you son of a bitch. Now
Oh
pour
shit.
it.
Jeez, that turned dark.
Right.
Yeah. No, I
There
said
you go.
I said capful because it reminded me after my nephew had the whichever surgery he had, the gastric bypass. There was one of the times I bought a Mountain Dew and he was just like, "Can you do me a favor?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Can you just like fill the cap with that?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And he had a water, and he was like, "Can you just fill the cap with Mountain Dew?" And I was like, "Okay." And that was before I really realized when you have some of those surgeries, carbonation is not your friend. It can be very painful. So he wanted the tiniest amount, but he just wanted a taste of it because he couldn't really have it. So I was like, all right, and that was it. That was all he can handle was like a capful of it. So
I mean, it's probably for the best.
Oh, it totally was for the best. It's not like Mountain Dew has any redeeming qualities. It's just, it's a nostalgia thing for me. Like I still like it. I wish I didn't, but I still like it.
Dude, I can't. I used to drink the shit out of that stuff, and the last time I had one, it was like on a whim.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need some caffeine. I don't want a coffee. You know what? I used to hard no, bud.
What about the sugar-free ones? Can you do that?
No, it's not. Just it doesn't do it anymore.
Oh, okay, I see. You've gotten away from it, so you don't have the taste for it anymore.
I don't have the taste. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning like it was too sweet or something.
I got away from the meth mouth and everything, or Mountain Dew mouth, whatever the fuck they call it.
It's a real thing, yeah.
The Mountain Dew Molder, is that what they are? It sounds like a hockey team.
Oh my god, it does. Like in the vein of like the Mighty Ducks movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
molars.
All the kids' teeth are rotten.
Quack quack. It's like chew, chew, chew.
Oh my god, yeah, they're all like 12 years old and they like dipping during the game.
Oh fuck yeah. Because I live in the low country.
Right. They go over to the sideline. Of course, they got the squeeze bottles of Mountain Dew over there to,
Oh, hell yeah.
Gotta quench
they
that
don't believe
thirst.
in Gatorade there.
No, fuck no. This is about...
No, Gatorade's pussy shit.
Well, they probably have gamer fuel over there since they're playing a game, right?
Oh, well, that's true.
Boom.
Stupid gamer fuel.
I really liked it, though. That's why I said there were a couple of them that I really liked. Like, I remember when they put out Pitch Black, which was, grape drink with caffeine.
I mean, yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah. Give me all the grape drink with caffeine, for sure.
I remember the Live Wire. It's like, do you like an even sweeter Orange Crush?
Yeah. Yep. Dude, do you remember how much of that shit we sold at the shop, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
that was... Like, we'd roll in of a fresh case. People just start jacking off immediately.
Yeah. That was the fastest pop that we sold every week while we had it.
Live Wire. Woo! It's like, easy, you're 14.
Yeah. They're just twitching.
Exactly.
I need another one, man.
Come on, man.
Like, we're out.
Serve me up a Live Wire.
All we've got's regular Mountain Dew. They just start flipping our counters
Fuck
over.
you, flipping tables.
Mm-hmm.
We have to tase them, throw them in the back.
It happens.
Until the cops show up, be like, why do you have 43 bound and gagged tased teenagers in your back room?
Like, we ran out of Live Wire, and they're like, fuck, dude, what's wrong with you?
We
How do you,
understand.
like, you should have called for backup.
Like, you need us to go back there and start executing them. Like, whoa,
Whoa. Like,
easy.
Like, not all of them.
Let me point you to a couple ones.
Yeah, we might, we need to make an example of a couple, and then,
Yeah, like, see this turd? He stole a Library of Alexandria. So
oh, that kid. Yeah.
It's going to take a couple balls to get through that thick hide.
Yeah. I got a story about something.
Fast
I got a story about something similar later.
Personal.
Very, yeah. There's like two people who listen who will understand what we're talking about.
Exactly. Like, that's hilarious, guys. Everyone else is just, well, like we were saying earlier.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just doing the crickets.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I started watching this week though was there's a show on Disney Plus called Earth to Ned.
Okay, I'm in.
And it's
so far.
It's by the Jim Henson Company, and
nice.
Is it
puppets.
It's puppets, and
okay, good.
There's an alien who was sent to Earth to destroy it by his dad, but he falls in love with the idea of celebrities, So he decides to not destroy Earth, but instead to start a talk show on his spaceship. And
Wow. It sounds kind of Space Ghost Coast to
a
Coast.
little bit. It is a little bit of that. And then he's got this weird ass sidekick, of course. But the best part is, like, in the first episode, his bands are called like the Crods or something. They're these little like Weasley looking rat things, and again puppets. And they're playing instruments badly. And then a little bit later in the episode, he kind of throws it back to them, for an interlude or whatever. And their drums are on fire, and they're just destroying all the shit basically because they're just terrible little things.
Sounds like an episode of Salty Language.
Yeah, and when he has guests, there's one of them starts reaching toward to pet one of them, and he says stuff like don't put your fingers near their mouths or something like that, or don't look them straight in the eye, those kind of things.
Well, okay, so here's what I'm getting now. At first, I was like, "This sounds very Space Ghost."
It is
This sounds like PG Eric Andre.
a little. I think it kind of takes from different stuff. Like the guy who does Ned's voice is oddly enough the same guy who did Freakazoid's voice.
I love that show.
And me too. And
Freak me, freak you.
yeah, exactly. But it feels a little Jiminy Glick, like the way he does his voice for it. But it's basically like a character who wants to be really, really funny, but doesn't know how to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like people keep laughing at the Crods in one of the episodes, and he's just like, I don't get it. That's not funny. And then later, after the show's over, it shows him just kind of sitting there at his desk, and you see one of the Crods walking, and there's like a banana peel like on this ledge, and then it just slips on the banana peel, and he's like, bah! So,
I mean, banana peels and slipping.
yeah,
Classic.
I've only watched a few of the episodes, but one of them has Paul Scheer on it. And they're talking about roasts, like doing a roast of someone. Mm-hmm. And the sidekick guy, who I can't remember the character's name, he pulls out, he's like, yeah, I got one of those. And he pulls out a toaster, and he's like, this is the Roaster Toaster 2000. And he pushes down on the thing. And when he does, the toaster like makes a comment about Ned's strained relationship with his dad. And Ned's like, well, ow, and then Paul Scheer's like, ooh, he goes, yeah, that one was a little personal. And he goes, but it's out there. We can have fun with it now. It's all in good fun, So he pushes down again on the toaster, and it makes another comment. And the sidekick is like, well, that's hacky. And Paul Scheer goes, yeah, it's kind of hack to, same topic twice in a row during a roast, and he goes, he's like, well, turn it down to, he's like, there's like burnt and there's light on a toaster. He's like, maybe turn it down. And whenever, and he goes and does it again, and the thing makes like another like pointed comment toward Ned, and Ned was basically just like, that thing's not funny, and he just goes beam, and whenever he says beam, something gets beamed out, like Star Trek beaming me up. So he just beams the toaster into like outer space, and stuff. So it's very Muppet fun,
Muppet fun,
harmless, not controversial at all, just silly fun. And like I told Heno last night, it's like, it isn't that you'll be like, bah, through the whole thing, but I tended to smile quite a bit and chuckle through most of them. It's just in their 20 minutes.
Guffaws.
Yeah, basically. But it was still entertaining. But I was, I still had a good time with it. And the guests are all pretty game. Like the first guest is Andy Richter. And
fair enough.
The episode with Paul Scheer, I think Kristen Shaw was the other guest. And they're funny because, they're playing along with everything and whatnot. So it's not.
That's the most fascinating thing about Muppets and puppets.
Yeah.
Is when people interact with them, they like look them in the eye and it becomes a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I always think it's great.
She holds his hand at one point and stuff, and it's like different stuff like that. So it doesn't feel like it's just here's a CG thing and they're standing off to the side,
CG. Boo. Give me practical effects.
Yeah. That was one of the
puppets.
things I was curious of originally with it, was how, how much would be actual like puppetry versus, CG. But all the characters seem to be puppets or Muppets,
nice.
however, whatever.
Aren't we all puppets, though?
Yes.
in the grand scheme of things.
Yes. Yes.
Time to get serious in salty language.
Is it? All right.
No.
Let's take it down. a notch.
Hell no.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been enjoying it. So it's been a really good like right before bed watch. You know, just mindless, just a little fun, nothing crazy, nothing you're gonna get like, oh my god, I have to watch the next episode. You know, you can
I mean,
stop.
so there's that cliffhanger.
Yeah, that would be funny if they did one where there was a cliffhanger. I'm like, well, I guess I don't watch the next one.
Like, oh shit, Ned's covered in blood. Now what?
Next time on Earth to Ned, and he's just soaking in blood. And that's it. Credits.
He's actually a xenomorph.
Yeah, like how? What the? Then the next episode, there's just no mention of it. You know, I always love
It's
when
Sigourney Weaver hunting him.
That'd be weird, man. Yeah, because they're on
That
a
would be
ship,
weird.
so you know. He can...
Yeah, I'm seeing exactly. She's in her like weird late 70s, early 80s panties and wife beater from no bra. Everyone's like, all right, she's
Yeah.
like 82, but it's cool.
It's a little mature for a Y7, but okay.
Like, did I detect a Depends lump?
It's pretty hot, though. You know.
Pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Like that's not
Make
depends, honey. That's not depends. That's all meat.
Oh, God. All meat. I hope you're into meat lovers, baby. Because it's a fucking deli down there.
Oh
wow.
man. All right. Oh, speaking of deli, I got Jesus Christ.
What the hell kind of segue are we going to? All right. speaking
It's
of
a deli
do
story.
it.
So again, I'm in Food Town. I'm in the
Yeah.
deli, and
Uh-huh.
this guy asks the woman working there if any of their potato salad is egg free. He goes, because I have an egg allergy at home, and I just turn and look at him because I'm like, unless they have a vegan option, all potato salad generally, like mustard and potato salad, you know, yellow potato salads, like those all have mayo, which
I was like,
has egg.
If you're going to make yourself a hot German potato salad, which is delicious.
Yeah.
No eggs to be found there.
Right. But this is cold deli potato salad, so pretty much it's egg country. You know,
Yeah.
because a lot of them have chunks of egg in them, which I find disgusting. But also mayonnaise, though, because mayonnaise has eggs. That's like the main ingredient of mayonnaise.
It is the ingredient.
Yeah, it's like that in
Like
Earl.
oil.
Yeah,
And love.
I guess.
And a
Yeah.
little jizz.
Right.
Just a little.
I don't know that all recipes call for that.
Why do you think they call it Hell Man's?
Good question. I don't know.
Right?
What if you use the Miracle? Oh, now I see Miracle Whip. Whipping that dick. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a tasty go whip.
Oh, dude. Like it says to add one tasty zip, but I don't know what that.
Like,
Fap,
I'm not
fap,
sure what
fap.
a tasty zip is.
Fap. This is right on their website. Fap. But of course, it's a Muppet because then they can show it. You know.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Because if it's a human, that'd be right out. It'd be lewd as
Yeah.
hell. But it's a puppet, so
Exactly.
it's okay. Yeah.
If it's Frank from Line 2,
Yeah. Like, oh my.
like,
Did I just turn on Meet the Deedles?
God, that movie.
What a mess.
Just YouTube it. Just Google it. Put it into YouTube. Look at Meet the Deedles. And
Directed by Peter Jackson.
Lord of the Rings' own Peter
Yeah.
Jackson.
Mhm.
King Kong's own Peter Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, just put that in there and prepare your eye bleach.
And also, do not watch with kids around, probably. It's certainly not for children.
Or do. Who are we to judge your parental skills?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you want your children to see a squid puppet jack off a cow.
And who doesn't, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's utterly
Oh,
amazing.
Dude, come on.
They tend to kill it.
Oh, God. That was, I don't know if that might have been worse.
Hey, I can't help myself.
Speaking of throwing yourself in front of a vehicle.
Right?
Yeesh. So yeah, the
There you
woman at the deli just looked at the guy and was like, "Honey, it's all got mayo in it or eggs in it."
It'd be great if she just looked at him and just threw a raw egg in his face.
Yeah.
and he died.
Or she's been like, "Oh yeah, this totally no," and she just hands him like ham salad or something like that. you
Yeah,
know?
there you go.
Yeah,
Fast forward 10 hours, he's in anaphylactic shock in his kitchen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, I forgot there was eggs in the ham salad too. What are you gonna do?
Dude, green eggs and ham salad, that should be a thing.
Ugh.
It's probably be gross as fuck, but it should be a thing.
Have you seen the picture I've seen it on the internets a few times recently, where it's like it says somebody made brownies for their family, but they use like one of those trays that you put like corn on the cob in to put in the oven, to where it even has like the cutouts of like corn on the cob on it. So they put brownies in this in lumps, so they look like just giant turds.
I have not seen this.
It's fantastic. Shit, where did I see it today? If I can remember, I'll send it to you.
Fair enough.
I gotta.
You know I love my shit humor.
Yeah, I laughed pretty hard at it because I hadn't seen that one, and you know a lot of them they get passed around. You see 100 times, but I hadn't seen that one yet somehow.
Yeah, that one I have not seen.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna warn you, Brian. I'm gonna get into one of my Christmas gifts that I got today.
All right. Is that the edible panties?
Yes, I've been wearing them, getting them ready.
Dude, I was watching Ridiculousness last night. Eric Andre was on.
He's
And-
a silly goose.
Oh, dude, he's I love him on various stuff like that because he just kind of does whatever. But he had been on there before, and when he did, he basically dropped trow, but he tucked his
Natural.
shit behind, you know,
Right?
forgetting that the girl or the woman who's on the show was right behind him, basically. So she got like a full fruit bowl shot while everyone else saw, you know, nothing.
Yeah. Saw Goodbye Horses.
Right. And this time he had a prosthetic to cover his junk, but as soon as he dropped trow, the prosthetic did not hold, and basically everyone saw his dick. And
I mean, you'll have that sometimes.
yeah, and that's I don't
know. Sometimes, Ryan, you go to the playground, shit happens.
right. But then after he took the prosthetic off, like later in the show, he's like smelling it. I'm like, oh god, because it's plastic, so it's probably got its own odor. Now it's also got the undercarriage.
Yeah, combined with ball.
Oh. I was like, oh man, I bet that is terrible. He acted like at one point like he's going to throw it out into the crowd. I'm like, can you imagine catching that? Like,
Oh my god, that'd be the worst.
oh man, like,
Suddenly you have calamity on your palms.
yeah, like, does this mean that I'm getting married next? How does this work?
Yes, it just means you get to see his dick next.
Yeah, well, probably because he is a big fan of taking it out.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know how much of his show you've seen, but he's quite
He's
nude.
pretty much naked like every other episode.
Yeah,
I
pretty
believe.
much. Yeah, he does not care. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
No, my buddy at work, we did a little bottle exchange, and he.
Nice. Got some
I
nice
haven't had this in a while.
breast milks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but I haven't had it in a while. I don't remember if I enjoy it.
Breast milks.
Johnny Walker Black.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the last time I had it, I was not massively into Scotch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see what happens.
All right.
Smells nice. Oh, by the way, for all you tuning in, prepare yourselves for hopefully another Whiskey Dicks episode coming up soon.
Oh yeah, I should probably respond to the message about that.
Because I'm on break this weekend and next weekend. I'm on an even longer one. So whenever you guys want to get together, because
All right. Fair enough. We'll work it out, or we won't. Whatever.
yeah, see, that ain't bad at all.
He'll get the
Yeah.
job done, right?
Yeah, it's all right. Well, it's like I remember the first time I had it, I did not like it, but
Mm.
I'm a much more civilized, advanced man now.
Yes, you're much more refined Neanderthal now.
Refined,
Yeah.
yes.
Refined Neanderthal. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not Johnny Walker Red or Blue,
Mhm.
and I'm not mixing it with Red Bull or red wine like some fucking turd in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. Well, it does hit the marks though. I mean, it's free.
Well, no, because I bought him a bottle too.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, never mind.
It's free-ish.
Free-ish. Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Free-ish.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been waiting for a booze fairy to drop off booze to me, but Apparently the fairies are ignoring me this year. I must have been a bad boy.
What a bunch of bastards.
Nah, I'm kidding. No, for the whiskey dicks, I'll probably crack that Weller open is probably what I'll do. Oh, actually, no, I won't either. I still have those samplers that Jen gave me. I'll probably nick through those.
Just get into everything.
Yeah.
Let's get fucking crazy.
I'll have a repeat of this show when me and Tate did it that one time, and I got hammered on Gentleman Jack.
There you go.
That's where I blacked out during the show.
What I'm talking about.
So it's too bad that wasn't a live episode. That would have been great, just watching me black out on the show.
Bro, I just realized something.
Huh.
We broke tradition.
We did?
Hold on, I'm rectifying it.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to go back, which episode? It was a long time ago.
Okay.
There was a episode where Brian here quite literally blacked out halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally did. Because if you listen to the episode, you can live more and more intoxicated. Then all of a sudden, I sound fresh as a daisy because that was the next day.
Day 2.
And me and Tate recorded that the next night.
All right, are you ready for me to rectify what we forgot?
Yeah.
All right, here he goes.
Nice. You're right. We did forget.
We won't play the whole song, but I mean, shit.
Right. I will find a link for it and throw it in the show notes, though, so anyone can go enjoy it.
YouTube is sucking asshole right now.
That's fair. Actually, it's on our playlist on YouTube's, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a Christmas playlist.
I forgot about that.
Salty Language Pod on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll throw a link to that in the show notes, also.
Good call.
Or instead,
Good call.
whichever.
Oh man, my fucking shoulder, bro.
Nah,
It's all
you're
jacked
fine.
up.
You're fine. You're fine.
So, how, besides the deli egg situation, was your week?
For the most part, not too bad. Yeah, it's been warm-ish for us for the last
It's been
few
weird,
days.
hasn't it?
Which I don't mind because instead of us getting snow, we've gotten rain, and I'm okay with that because fuck snow.
Christmas situation, but
Yeah.
it can melt immediately then
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, I don't even care. I am not. Well, I just, people drive different in it. It turns to slush quick sometimes around here, and that's a mess to walk through. So I'd rather just have rain. But
Fair enough.
But I understand. I could certainly compromise and be like, hey, have a little snow, but it just melts by like midnight on Christmas.
Right.
Like
right.
at Christmas, it turns into a pumpkin, whatever. That's fine.
I mean, it should turn into like Christmas cookies or something.
That'd be weird and awesome. Can you picture if just
I
everywhere
also-
outside there were Christmas cookies?
Well, it'd be like cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so strange. Cookies falling from the sky. Because, as the time clicks, there's still snow coming down. So then those flakes turn to cookies? Because that could be dangerous.
Oh yeah, young people die.
Yeah. Car windows getting destroyed by Christmas cookies.
Amen to that.
That'd be kind of weird. Fun.
I'm trying to bake Christmas cookies this year. Trying to
Mhm.
make some shit.
Like from scratch bake? Or...
Kinda.
Okay.
I tried making some yesterday. I should have just put a picture up online.
Mhm.
I did not because I suck.
Right.
Dude I work with has this recipe for a thing he calls schnocker-doodles.
I assume it has
And
some sort of booze in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I gotta make these.
Yeah.
And it calls for like a box of cake mix, which I'm like, all right, whatever. This is weird. I'm not a baker, but sure.
All right.
And you mix all this shit up, and you're supposed to take the batter, roll it in powdered sugar, and bake them, and they become
Oh,
cookies.
okay. Yeah.
right. Well, the batter was so liquidy,
Oh.
and the picture he sent me, the recipes from some cookbook that was made in like the 50s. So explanations are not there.
Right.
It's not like these days when you get a whole life story of somebody's like autistic child, and then you get the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically like, here's the ingredients. Good luck.
Yeah. Right.
So I could not roll them into balls because the shit was so liquidy. And I even Googled like, my cookie dough's too liquidy.
Right.
And I followed those recommendations, and it still was too liquidy.
Huh.
So I just made a big fucking cookie.
That's the move. You can always
I
just cut
dumped
one
powdered
cookie.
sugar on my sheet, and then I just made a giant cookie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
I gotta say. Come to find out, my coworker's he's like, no, you just take a spoon full of stuff, you dump it in powdered sugar, then you roll it around. I'm like, oh.
Oh. All
Well,
right.
whatever. My giant cookie was way better.
Yeah. It seems like,
Yeah.
that just seems like less work to me anyway than trying to spoon out 20 spoonfuls. You just dump it all on on a sheet, smear it out, and then you can just cut it,
Right?
right? Or
That's
have
kinda
one
what my
cookie,
thoughts were.
or just have one cookie, whatever. Do you
One
remember when I did
big-
that when we were teenagers? My mom bought from one of those fundraisers. She bought that bucket of cookie dough. Do you remember that? They went out of town
I do remember.
and I just made one giant cookie.
Yes. It's really the move. It's the Uncle Buck move.
It is. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not
Yeah,
known
so
for my
I'm
baking.
going to attempt to make more cookies this weekend, probably, because I don't know why. It's a terrible idea, but I should do it anyway.
I don't know.
It's fucking Christmas, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen brought over a plate of, how she always does candies and whatnot for
Oh, yeah.
Christmas. So she brought some of those over, and I forgot that this year she has one that she's done for years, which is where you take Ritz crackers and you dip it in melted chocolate and mint. And
Oh, yeah. You know what? I got some of those a
yeah,
long time
and they
ago.
kind of taste like Thin Mints. It's not
Yeah.
exact, but it gives you kind of the same ness,
Yeah, it's in the vein.
Yeah, a little sea salt on top too. Or no, the cracker has salt. That's right. So, I'm thinking that what was on the plate were those, and I saw ones that looked like they had peanut butter on them, and I'm like, ooh, nice, peanut butter. And then it was kind of wait, peanut butter, mint, and chocolate? That's a little, but it was whatever.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. So I'm just whatever. I just throw the thing in my mouth and start chewing, and I'm like, oh, God. And I forgot this year she started doing ones like that, but they're the mocks of Samoas. Which have
and you get a
coconut,
situation.
and I hate coconut so much.
I mean, I'll take them from you.
Well, my mom likes them, so she'll, I know she'll enjoy them. I will say this.
She don't get. I'll take them.
All right, I'll tell her. I'm like, sorry, you can't have these. Tony's taking them. She'd probably give them to you. You know my mom. She probably would hand them right to you.
It's true.
Like
all I can offer is this giant cookie.
That seems like a fair trade. I mean, I will broker that for sure. I don't know if she'll agree to it, but I would be like,
Fair
absolutely, take all the coconut shit. But I will say this: I've had Samoas, and
we might have to take a quick time out because my dog is going bananas downstairs.
It's fine. Just let her outside, the front door.
I hear lots of yelling of no's and barking.
Well, the question is, which is Michelle? Is she the one barking or saying no?
Yeah, give me 5 seconds, Brian.
All right, we'll be right back.
Let's take a quick time out.
A quick time
so I
out?
can figure out what the fuck is happening.
All right, we'll take a quick time out then.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Give me one.
And we're back. So I
Praise
was
Jesus, everything's fine.
I was saying that I had Samoas before, and having had the
Did you want Samoa?
Samoa? No.
Okay.
No, I did not. But I will say that those mocks of it, they do a pretty good job of getting kind of a similar thing. I think it needs toasted coconut more on top instead of kind of in it. But
Plus the blood of Girl Scouts.
yeah, I guess
It's probably the secret ingredient in Girl Scout cookies.
probably is.
I mean, I assume in the Girl Scout cookie factory, at some point, one of the Girl Scouts falls into a mixer or something, or it's meh.
Yeah,
We
Probably.
won't be seeing her no more.
yeah. We got plenty of them, so no one's gonna miss one,
Exactly.
right? Yeah. What happened to little Katie? Cookie related mishap.
Yeah, no one's gonna give a shit if there's a baby tooth in your tag along,
That's probably true. I'd eat around it.
right?
Yeah.
Eat around it. Psh, that's pure calcium, bro.
Yeah, but I want to break my teeth eating a tooth.
Fair enough.
You know. Wow, this Christmas bark is really different this year. It's just made up of broken teeth and mint.
It's just fucking grandpa's dentures covered in mint. Because Grandma
Oh
lost
my
her
god!
mind.
Oh. Oh my god! I'm picturing that too. She'd bring brittle for like, oh, I brought some, or not brittle. I brought Christmas bark for everyone. And just puts the plate out, and you're just like, are those teeth? She ends up being like Aunt Betsy on Christmas Vacation.
Exactly.
Where she has the cat food.
Congratulations.
Where she has the cat food in the Jello mold.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, speaking of Christmas Vacation, Brian.
Yeah.
Cousin Eddie is alive and well in the
Oh,
front yard.
yes. If you don't already follow Tony, you certainly need to and go check. Well, actually, you should throw those up in our feed.
Yeah, I'll have to put them up in our feed.
Chef's kiss to that. That y'all did a fantastic job on that.
That's all really
Okay.
Michelle.
Well, she did a fantastic
put,
job.
I pounded steaks in the ground and
Delicious.
did the wiring and stuff.
Right? Are you doing like how the Hawaiians like cook meat in the ground? Like you're putting steaks in there and doing the same thing?
Pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty
just
close.
tenderizing them as you're hammering them into the ground.
Yeah. What I can tell you is like Monday night when I'm rolling out the garbage cans at 10 at night and I turn around, there's a
dude.
6-foot dude in my yard. I'm like, the fuck?
Seriously.
You know?
Yeah. Dude, I walk out.
I can only imagine what my neighbors think.
Oh, right. My mom has a 3-foot Santa that's in front of one of our windows in the living room. And
Wait, in front of the window, like facing the neighborhood, right?
yes.
Because I have a house by me
Yeah.
that they have a 3-foot lit up Santa that's peering into their window.
That's creepy.
Right?
Well, this is creepy when I walk out there late at night if they haven't shut the blinds, because
Fair.
all I see is the shadow of something standing over there, and I'm like, like
Some fucking dude.
yeah, I'm about to throw hands, I'm getting my
no,
crane kick ready.
It's better now that Cousin Eddie is out in the yard, because before, when she had it in her like office when she was working on it,
Yeah.
I would go in there because it's also where our linen closet is, so I was going there to get like a fresh washcloth to
Or a t-shirt.
cradle my balls in.
Right.
And it'd be like, flip the lights on and be like, oh God, because there's like a dude in the corner.
Yeah, right. And Cousin Eddie. Yeah.
And Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, Tony. And you're like, what are you doing in the corner again?
But yeah, it's like I have a dude I work with.
She should have fucked with you. She should have like put him in the corner in different rooms, like Blair Witch
God,
style.
Don't give her any. Well, she's gonna listen to this, so you gave her all the ideas already. But now I've got one of my coworkers lives a couple houses up, and today's like, hey man, I gotta let you know, I really like your Cousin Eddie.
Nice.
I'm like, all right, thanks.
Yeah, that's. I would love to know what your neighbors think of that, because there's got to be at least one that's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee, like, or either that or in the middle of the night, they just kind of like look out the window and there's like, why is there a fucking dude in there?
Oh, yeah. Well, like you said, when you're taking out trash, I could see where someone else in the neighborhood might do that and think somebody out there and like, God, like.
It's like part of me kind of wants to get a little spotlight to illuminate him.
Yeah, yeah.
So because in the dark, it's just some creep in the yard.
I like it the way it is personally, but I mean, if you're gonna shit yourself, where better than in the front yard?
That's true. Yeah, in your warm pants.
In your warm pants.
Yeah, they're even warmer now.
Yeah.
Now you got a little friendship bread in there.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
I would too. I would totally, because I've had that in the past where people
friendship
will
bread
in
your pants.
No. Where people will put something out in the yard and you're just kind of like, it just creeps you out a little bit, even though it's not like a person. You're still like, yo, keep your distance,
Yeah.
But it was still, yeah. I love that though.
That's good times.
Yeah. Be great if you could get some like down like by where the hose ends, like just make it like glow green.
Oh, that would be great.
Like the sewage in the movie.
Well, I'm sure because I imagine every Christmas it's going to get added to a little bit. So
yeah, that's fantastic though. It made me so happy to see that, because it's not. It's not a typical Christmas yard decoration,
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
I've never seen one before in my life.
Right. So, good on you.
Yeah. Like if we didn't have a bunch of children in his neighborhood, I'd love to put a sign that just says "shitters
Shitter's full. Yeah, that would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But somehow I think that might be crossing the line
Right.
somehow.
Next year, you need to put what's his name? Dude tied to a chair that says, "Now I have a machine gun." Ho ho ho. Sweater
That would
on.
be amazing.
Time to a chair. I'm sure no one will mind some dude tied to a chair in the front yard,
Yeah, covered in blood.
covered in blood. Yeah. Good shit.
I mean, I do like having unique decorations. I'll be honest.
Yeah. No, I think it's
I-
pretty cool.
I originally had lights. We've got a little tree out front. I had some lights in it,
Yeah.
and I just kind of threw them up in the middle of the daytime. And I've altered them since because it looked like my tree had a dick. I'm like, I cannot have these lights.
Were
like
you getting
this.
jealous? I mean,
Like this tree loves Christmas so much.
no tree in my yard's gonna have a bigger dick.
Yeah, what the fuck, tree? Get the chainsaw. Fuck you, tree.
Yeah, I get the big piece of chicken here. Old Chris Rock bit.
Oh man,
Good shit. Have
yeah,
you?
good old cousin Eddie out in my yard. I just what I wish I just knew what people thought when they drove by.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know Michelle's parents have said that they're telling people to drive up
Awesome.
our road to see
Awesome.
it. So
I was out with my mom the other day, and I thought we were going to be kind of over in your neighborhood, and I was gonna, if we were, I was gonna be like, you need to drive over here and see this, you know, because I know she'd
see
appreciate
this
it.
fucking nonsense.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh yeah.
Good shit though.
It's silly. Now the thing is, now we have this random mannequin that we could do other things with.
There's that too. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what per se.
Scares the shit out of people.
I mean, it breaks apart into pieces.
Mhm.
What I would actually love to do now that I think about it
Oh, jeez.
is like for Halloween, turn them into the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Oh, nice. See, I was thinking Darth Maul, so I like your idea better though.
I mean, Darth Maul's good
Yeah.
too.
I like your idea way better though, because you could have the one leg, you know, no arms.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great.
All right, we'll call it a draw.
Yeah. Your arm's off. It is not. That is easily one of my favorite of the Funko Pops I have is the one that's an exclusive. It's a Black Knight with his limbs off.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I was so happy when they made that. I mean, aside from, you know, the one I sent you a picture of this week is also one of my new favorites.
Oh, that is classic.
Yeah, for those who don't know, obviously. Funko on their website had I think they were referring to it as Snake Juice Ron Swanson. And it's from the Parks and Rec episode where he just gets riggedy wrecked and he has a little hat with the lace on it on his head. And it turned into one of my most used gifts for a long time, which is him just dancing and he's clearly hammered, you know, and stuff. It's fantastic.
Fucking hammered.
Hammered. Though my only complaint is that literally when you look at it in the box, you can't really see the hat. So it's really hard to tell what it is, you know.
That was my confusion when you sent me the pics.
Yeah, which is like I told you, that's why I sent you the side picture, because you can see the artist rendering of the hat and stuff. I figured you'd get it when you saw that picture.
That's exactly what I did. I was like, I don't know how this is Ron Swanson. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
great.
So now my Ron Swanson collection, they've made 3. They have the regular Ron with a coffee mug. They have the one where he's in like the kimono and the cornrows when he's back with,
Tammy or whatever.
Tammy, yes.
Yeah.
And then this one now. So I've been quite happy with the ones that they've decided to make of him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I added, you know, I finally was able to get a Burt Macklin, so I've got my pretty much all I need from Parks and Rec so far is those. You know, I missed out.
Did they make a little Sebastian?
They did. They absolutely did. And when they first came out, that was the hard one to find.
I bet
Everybody wanted
Everyone
Little
loves
Sebastian. It was Little Sebastian, close, but barely nudging out Ron Swanson, and then, you know, the rest from there.
Yeah, and then the rest of the hacks.
Yeah, pretty. Although I will say, I would love to see them do like a 2-pack of Aziz Ansari and I can't think of the woman's name. The one that the Treat Yourself, like where it shows them all like decked out or something like that would be kind of a fun.
Right.
Yeah. So.
That's a good show.
Or, you know, one of John Ralphio. Wait, is that right? John Ralphio?
Yeah, him and his sister. That'd be great.
Yeah, or just one of him where he's just doing the like call out thing like into somebody's ear. They made a 2-pack of
Right.
him and I don't remember who the other person was in the 2-pack. I know they made a 2-pack of him, but I don't remember who was in it. Anyway, enough of that.
Right.
So, yeah, and I missed out. They had, and I wanted one of these, but I missed out on it because they sold out fast. It was Skeletor with Panther, and the Panther was flocked. Like Panther was when we were children.
Like the old school Masters Universe toys.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to settle for the unflocked one and be a savage. Apparently, I mean, unless they don't go crazy value wise,
Right.
Because that
That'd
is
be
one
a-
I would really like to have from that's nostalgia type one for me. So that's one I might pay a hair more for if I could.
You listening, Victoria's Secret? This is a panty idea: flocked and unflocked.
Oh,
So people know before they get in there.
oh, I thought the panties were flocked and
Well,
unflocked.
hell
Okay,
no, it's just a label.
oh. You mean like
On air or
oh
not,
my god, dude. Okay, so on the Funko Pops on the window of the box, if something's flocked,
Yeah.
they put a little sticker that says flocked on it.
Right,
So that's
perfect.
literally
That's
what
what
it
I'm
would
saying.
have, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's exactly what
All
you
right.
need.
It's like Born on Dating kind of a
Now,
situation, right?
here's something weird. Speaking of, if we're talking weird underwear, real quick.
And when aren't we?
That's true. I haven't seen these in person per se,
Okay.
but we went to the mall to like do last minute Christmas shit, and apparently at American Eagle, I think it was,
Hmm.
they have scratch and sniff boxers.
Oh God, what a
Why?
terrible idea. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want scratch and sniff underwear. I don't care which gender or any gender that it is. That just seems like a
Right.
bad idea. Do you know what the scents are?
I'm pulling it up right now, my guy.
Sweet God, I hope it's not whatever's actually contained in the boxers.
Exactly. Onion.
Old garlic. Yuck.
Okay. I guess I'll accept your cookie.
Oh, jeez.
Scratch and sniff classic boxer. It doesn't say anything about.
Doesn't tell you the scent.
My computer's having a hard time.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't understand. It doesn't say anything about scent. I don't know what's going on here. It has 5 5-star ratings. Let's see here. Let me click on the reviews here, my guy.
All right.
They actually smell like grapes if you scratch the scent area on the crotch.
Also, I don't want anyone scratching. I mean, like, if I scratch my crotch, it's one thing. But if it's going to give off a scent if I scratch that area, I don't want it to be grape.
Yeah,
That's-
so apparently it's you know what, actually, I'm not mad at this one thing.
Okay.
Is it kind of looks like the old school scratch and sniff stickers as a pattern.
Uh-huh.
That's why it smells like grape. But
Okay.
I don't want my underwear to smell nothing like. What are we doing? What are we doing, American Eagle?
Right. Like, do you smell onions and grape? Because that's all I'm smelling. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
sorry,
don't-
I just scratched my balls.
I don't understand.
Yeah, no. Like, I honestly, here's what I expected it to smell like, is stuff like, manly scent or whatever. Or some sort of Axe body spray, like Lightning Panther or something like that, would be the title of it.
You weren't expecting grape?
No.
Yeah.
Grape nuts!
Hey, actually, that might be a joke that they're going for, and they're not even saying.
Maybe. If so, it's
Yeah.
terrible, because I full on admit that it was terrible.
But it's like, I mean, I just don't, because I'm pretty sure if you want to like talk to a lady, and we're too old. If we talk to a woman our age,
Yeah.
like I got scratch stiff boxers, she'd be like, "Wow."
Well,
clearly,
the first question you always have to ask when something's underwear related is front or back.
That's fair. So this is for the younger generation.
Yeah.
But
The youths?
This is more like, it seems more like to me that I would be like, dude, I just bought some scratch and sniff boxers, bro.
Yeah.
And I would never bring it up to a girl.
Yeah, I feel like that is something that bros would be like, dude, let me scratch them, kind of a thing.
Let me get in there, man.
Yeah, when they're broing out, they're crushing White Claws.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a Roman war helmet while I'm scratching it.
Like, what?
What'd
just
be
don't
funnier is you're like, yo, is Travis around? Like, I smell grape again. You know, like, dude, quit scratching your nuts. Like, what a giveaway, right?
Yeah, right, for
Like,
sure.
you just can't quit digging your balls because you were with some questionable woman the day before.
Like, man, buy some cream.
Yeah. Like, I'm glad it doesn't smell like, something else, but still, bro. Like, go see a doctor.
Yeah, I don't know. And maybe I'm not even gonna try to defend it. It's stupid. American Eagle, boo on you. Right. There you go, boo.
That's fair. I'll allow it.
And I like goofy, fun underwear. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But I don't want scratch and sniff. Maybe glow in the dark. Maybe scratch and sniff. Hard pass.
Well, I still think if you do scratch and sniff, I think there's probably better scents to have. Or it's Christmas time. If you do scratch and sniff, do some.
Yeah, like fresh pine, gingerbread.
Yeah. Right. Santa's ass crack.
What does Santa's nuts smell like?
See, we were kind of on the same page. We were just, front and back cover there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's one thing we can all agree on. Santa's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But he still fucks.
Yeah. I imagine that Santa probably stops 8,000 to 20,000 times through the night and hits his balls with some Gold Bond.
I mean, that's a lot
That's
of work.
probably what's in the bag.
Yeah.
It's just Gold Bond.
Giant sack of Gold Bond.
Just Gold Bond. He just leaves gift cards for everybody now,
Yeah.
He's like, I just don't have room for it in the bag anymore. I got to keep these balls in crack dry.
It's like, well, ever since the elves unionized, Santa's gotten into Amazon drop shipping.
Yeah.
So
that's smart, man. Like one day he's sitting up in the North Pole. One of the elves walks in and is like, yo, Santa, peep this. Like, we can just do this. We don't have to bust our ass. You don't have to go get raw, crotch from all the sweat, like riding around the world. You don't have to smell the damn reindeer ass for, 12 hours. You can just
mumbles, but I like reindeer ass.
Well, you can just go into the pen and sniff all you want. No one's going to question you. You're Santa. What are we going to do?
You know why Santa wears those big black boots, right?
I don't.
Because he can put reindeer feet in them and they can't get away. And Santa can have a time.
Oh my.
Bet you didn't know that about Santa.
Jeez.
I know, Santa's a dirty man. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
I know, it's pretty creepy.
I know, right?
I mean, the knows if you've been bad or good's pretty easy. You just go, everybody's both, I figure
exactly. Whatever. Yeah. Some kids get Cole, some kids get PlayStation 5.
At this point, he's probably got some algorithm that just does it for him. He probably doesn't even look at it anymore,
Yeah, he's like, how many subscribers do they have?
Yeah. Some elf hits a print button, and it's like, yo, Santa, here's, I just sent the nice list to your phone, Santa's like, awesome.
Santa's still got a flip phone, though.
Well, that's for business. For his bitches, you got to have a flip phone because you got to have burners and shit. You don't need somebody just having your number,
Yeah, his personal phone, he's got that Galaxy with that fucking space zoom.
For sure. Naturally.
He's like, I've got to be up on my sleigh, space zooming in the fucking windows, yo.
That's a little creepy, but yeah.
It's Santa. What do you expect?
Yeah, at some point I figure that's what he does. He probably only spends half the night actually delivering toys. The rest of it's just creepily watching people sleep.
Exactly.
He's just like, he goes in the room. You're trying to sleep and you just keep hearing heavy breathing and clomp on the roof, Like, the fuck is going on up there? Who the fuck? And then you think someone's over in the corner,
Bro, I just had that reshingled.
Yeah. Get on my fucking roof. Sorry.
Stop, motherfucker.
Don't make me get the gun.
Yeah, how many times do you think Santa's heard the of a shotgun?
Yeah.
Just being fucking racked.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Fucking Santa.
Guess I better get out of bed with his wife.
Okay. Santa's just plowing his way.
Whoops. I thought there was a wrong chimney. Ho, ho, ho. Yep.
He was just there for the little Christmas nookie.
Oh, Santa. Yeah. Well, she left it out for him.
I know, right? Fucking he's dropping his milk on his her chest.
Santa comes down the chimney, puts the gifts out, turns around because he knows there's some milk and cookies over there. Turns around, she's just presenting.
He's like, oh,
All
don't
right.
mind if I do.
Yeah.
Grabs that giant gold buckle.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yep. Santa
Oh.
gives her a gift that keeps on giving or whatever.
The old North Pole Roger. ring.
Chlamydia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy, I'd hope Santa doesn't have an STD. I mean, jeez. It'd be
Oh, he
terrible.
probably does. I don't know how he explains it to Mrs. Claus.
Yeah,
She's like, you're here 364 days a week, Nicholas.
a week.
A week, shit. A year, Nicholas.
Man, that's a lot.
And then
That's
you
a
have one
2020.
night out.
That's-
You come back with the HIV.
I love that she calls him Nicholas. That's Saint.
Because he's in trouble, you know?
Yeah, I didn't go to church for 7 years to be called Mister.
That's right.
Terrible.
All right, let's get off the Santa Claus kick.
Yeah, please. God.
You know what I bought, Brian? And it's actually pretty incredible.
Jingle All the Way box set.
That would be one DVD. Oh, wait, I forgot they made a sequel.
Yeah, might be
Yeah.
two. Anyway,
No, I did not buy that. No, I bought a beard straightener.
you know what's funny is
Yes, sir.
my beard does not lay down. It just and
Right.
especially as the hairs are turning white now because I'm getting old.
Uh-huh.
I'm noticing it's harder and harder. Like with my I run a brush or a comb through it, but it does
Yeah.
not like to cooperate. It's just sticking everywhere, and even when I trim it, it's just sticking everywhere because I don't go get a professional trim, which I'm sure would help.
Oh, for sure.
Because they give me a nice contour and
real
line
ass
me up.
trim.
Yeah, but I've seen those and I'm like, God, I kind of wonder if those work.
They work.
Yeah.
Although once you shower, all that it's gone.
Well, it's understandable. I figure after you shower, if you're going somewhere, you hit it with that to clean it up so it looks presentable.
But bro, I the first time I used it, I no joke added probably 2 inches of length because my hair is so
Oh
curly.
yeah, that makes sense, right?
I was like, God damn! Like I sent a picture of Michelle. She's like, Man, is ZZ Top hiring? But dude, it cleans it up nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's basically just a brush you plug in and it gets
Yeah.
all fucking hot.
Right. Because I know this is funny because in this past year, you and
I took care of my beard more than I ever took care of my hair.
right. I was going to say in this year, we've now talked about how much we love stretch jeans and
Yep.
beard straighteners. Who the fuck are
Yep.
we?
Fucking real ass dudes.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, because
As I drink my Coke Zero.
literally I've bought different beard balms and stuff to try to kind of keep
Name
it
it.
from being all over the place, and they work for a little bit and then they just don't. And I know so some of them have if you just kind of wet the beard you can kind of reactivate the product or whatever, but it's like mine just like I said, all my shit's going all over the place. Like hair on my head does the same thing. The little hair that grows does whatever the fuck it wants now. It doesn't lay down. It just sticks wherever the hell it wants to. Now I don't
Gotta
know
regulate on that shit.
I don't know what's going on, man. My eyebrows I understand because I'm getting old man eyebrows to where I'm starting to get those ones that I look like Namor occasionally. Where he's got
Oh,
them big ass eyebrows.
Oh yeah, I got a couple rogue ones. They try to lead the pack. I'm like,
Yeah,
shut
and
down.
I basically got to trim my nose hairs every other day now because otherwise I'll have tusks. And of course, and my nose hairs are turning white, so it's all a goddamn mess. I think I just need to remove all the hair except my beard, and then I'll just get a straightener for that.
There you go.
But
I'm actually pretty impressed by how well it works.
nice.
As a bearded dude,
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Yeah, like I said, I've been wondering because I keep
And it
seeing
was
the
on
pictures.
sale. That's honestly the reason I bought it. It was
Yeah.
on sale.
I keep seeing, videos of these guys with these burly ass beards, and mine's nowhere near that length, but it's just all over the place. Like I was looking at it today, and I need to trim it. It's been a minute, but it's like the other problem is like my hair, as I've talked to I've told you before, like my hair grows like if you look at the left side of my face, it basically grows like it's sweeping to the right. It doesn't grow
Sweep
down.
away. No can defend.
No can defend. That's the thing. No can defend. I try to
No can
defend
defend.
against the beard going all over. No can defend.
No can defend.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. All right. Well, good.
Yeah, no, I'm not because what I notice is because of work, I'm wearing a gaiter most of the day.
That's one of
and
the
it
things that's
fucks my shit up.
That's one of the things I think that's really wrecking me right now too, is from wearing those gaiters, because it pushes, like, my hair's getting pushed all over the place. So it's it's a mess.
I've actually been looking at beard friendly masks. That you basically look like a train robber. But it's better than wearing just a bandana because you're not tying it beyond. It's like this. It's like a standard issue mask, but then it just drapes across your face as opposed to.
So you look like Grifter.
Yeah, it's a grifter look. That's exactly it.
Mayhap I'll get a red one and just wear it up over my eyes.
I've been kind of looking at those because the gators are fucking my shit up. I mean, it's bad.
It's funny. I actually had it written down to talk about that too, because I was going to ask you if it was doing the same thing. Because I actually, again, speaking of beard stuffs, I went out and I got some this beard conditioner that I can kind of rub in, because my beard's been rough as hell through this, because it's stripping my beard of all the essential oils, Tony.
I hear you, Brian. It sucks.
And I've seen guys have to make tough decisions with their beards during this time, like shaving them down, trimming them off. Fuck that. I ain't letting Rona do me like that.
It's the source of my power.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you, and this is not a Q the W, but this is just a question I wanted to ask you.
Random ass question. Have
you noticed yourself or others' social skills receding during this time? Like, people don't seem to really be able to talk to each other as well?
I haven't noticed that just because I go to work every day and it's still socializing and so I honestly haven't noticed anything.
Okay. I was just curious because I wonder if people, I figure, by the time at some point when we can all finally, stick our heads back up out of the ground and all this, that there will be kind of some stunting of, because the reason I'm asking is I saw a thing on the news a week or two ago, and they were talking about kids and how there's various psychologists and stuff that are afraid that kids are going to have their social skills stunted by not being at school.
That I could agree with.
And I was thinking kind of the same thing though with people not going to work.
Yeah.
Like you said, with you going to work, you're still interacting with people and stuff. So I could see what, like you were saying. And like me, I tend to stay home anyway, so I don't really feel like I've had any sort of a recession in that. But I wonder if there are people out there who feel that they have, or if they've noticed others who just now can't bother with people.
I guarantee you that's definitely a thing.
Because I imagine tolerance in ways has gone down. Like, for people, small talk or storytelling or whatever, I could see where people are just like, ugh. Because, you're working at home, you don't have to deal with your coworkers for months, and then all of a sudden now you got to listen to, whatever mundane thing they did that week, like, or making up stories about Santa or whatever they do.
Right.
Yeah.
I turn on Santa was just fucking balls deep in my wife.
Yeah. Like, you too? Like, could be worse, man. He mistook me for my wife.
Yeah, his balls deep in me.
And let's
Still
just
limping.
And it's like that old dog joke with, you might as well let him finish,
Yeah, right.
Yikes.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I
guarantee there's people out there that are suffering.
Yeah.
From that, but me personally, no.
All right. Yeah, I don't feel like I am either, but like I said, I also am very not Johnny go everywhere, so I don't, I feel like I'm basically the same. A lot of my socializing's done on, social media, so it's like, well, that hasn't changed.
Right, it's probably gotten better, actually.
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I assume more people are on social media now.
Yeah. Also, once I'm out in public again, it's like all I got to do to improve my socializing is just have a couple drinks. And then I'm usually golden. So.
Yeah, got that little lacy hat on, you're dancing.
Damn right. Or have someone else break the ice for me, and once that's done, I'm usually all right.
Right.
Like, or I get the old hard pass, like, hey, This is my boy Stu.
Hey, I'm there for you, man.
Yeah.
I'll shout at all the women for you.
At that beer fest, where those women looked at me and Devin were just like hard pass on both of us. They're lost, damn it.
They're lost. They don't know what's up.
That's
bitches.
right. That's right.
Exactly. We don't need those skanks in your life anyway.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't have anything else like for the week. I have a whole bunch of like dumb news stories.
I got a couple news stories myself.
Cool. Let's go.
I bet you we have one that's very similar.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that one secondary.
Okay.
My primary was, as much as I make fun of Busch Beer for being basically the Dasani of beer.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I had some dinner the other day, and I got a delicious craft beer, and it was amazing, and it was so good. And I was like, I need to figure out a domestic that I can drink that's available everywhere because it's cheap.
Right.
And PBR, as much as I do enjoy it, isn't available everywhere.
That is true. You generally have to be at places that cater to a younger crowd for it, or a really really old crowd, one or the other.
Yeah. It's a weird thing there.
Yeah, because everyone's shifted to the claws now and that kind of shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what I'm gonna do, because I enjoy Coors Banquet. I'm like, let me get a Coors Light. Man, that's a trash beer.
That's a bad move, my friend.
Yeah, I did not enjoy myself there. I finished it because I'm a gentleman, but it was not a good move.
Yeah, a few years ago, I used to work with somebody who loved Coors. So, a lot of times, like you're going to be drinking with people and they're just like, hey, I love Coors. And you're like, whatever, I'll whack down 16 Coors. Who cares, And,
yeah, right.
And oh my goodness, or Coors Light. Let me make sure I'm keeping clear on that.
Yeah, Coors Banquet, delicious.
And,
Coors Light, garbage.
No bueno. Well, it's like
Trash
Miller.
Beer.
It's like Miller. I don't love the High Life, but I'll drink Miller Light all damn night, I'll drink High Life, but I don't love it,
Right. I mean, I should have went for Miller Light. I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So, Busch
Beer.
Also known with the younger crowd as Busch Lattes, if you're into the Busch Lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They have a dog brew.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about this.
And it's like pork bone broth made of good stuff for your puppers.
I don't know, man. It sounds like delicious. I mean, that sounds like something I'd like to drink.
Well, it says, like, if you look at the FAQs, it's
will
like,
it help
can
my
I
coat?
drink this? And it's like, you could, but...
Will it give me a nice, luxurious coat?
It might.
Perfect.
So I'm thinking about ordering a 4-pack of this because you can get... Holy shit, there's a cat in here. I apparently didn't close the door all the way.
Nope.
Hi, Ember. Yeah, I can buy a 4-pack off their website. I'm thinking about buying it and see how the doggos enjoy it.
I figure you should just cook with it.
I might take a sip myself.
I feel like you have to,
Yeah. I wonder if it's on Untapped. I didn't look at
that.
that.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. We got a deep dive on this real quick.
What is it called?
It's called Dog Brew by Busch.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Dog Brew.
It is not on Untapped. Okay.
Well, you have to make sure you put it in if you get it.
Absolutely.
If nothing else, to watch to see if anyone piggybacks off of you. Like once it's in there, you'll have to keep looking occasionally to see if anyone else checks it in since you've now put it in. Yeah,
that you are correct.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where like enjoy shitting on Busch as a company and as a brewery.
Yeah.
I think they got a good idea here because people love their fucking dogs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
it does sound like something that dogs would probably love. I mean, instead of pouring water over their food to create air quote gravy, like Gravy Train used to do, man, this is the move.
Well, yeah. I mean, we actually once a week when we do our fucking Aldi run, we buy bone broth to moisten up the dog's foods a little bit, get them a little more interested in eating it.
Sure. That makes sense. Make it
so it's like
a little heartier for them too, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A little nutrients and such.
So it's not all just, snouts and assholes.
Snouts and assholes, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Nice.
I do plan on buying a, buying a 4-pack of it and
Okay.
seeing what it's doing.
So I know it's hard for you to find the time, but I feel like you have to do in all the beers where you have some and you pour some for the dog.
I mean, that's a great idea.
I feel like you have to, because I feel like if you've ever had in all the beers that might get attention from others, that might be it.
Yeah,
Because you're including a dog.
that is a fine idea.
Yeah.
I like it a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
All the beers with my special guest or guests, whichever.
Yeah, guests.
Dogs.
Guestesses.
Right. Poe and Bomber.
Poe and Bomber.
Right. And Tony. Because, you know.
Well, yeah, naturally.
Now, I also assume you'll have a dish with your name on it to drink out of.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
Brian.
It's the only way. You have to enjoy it correctly, you know? Like, you can't just, like, what's the proper, you should message Bush and ask him what the proper serving glass for the beer is.
Yeah, does it come in a snifter, or what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
a standard pint. Like, what do we do? Oh, man. Yeah, good shit. All right.
So here's the one that I'm assuming we both have.
Okay.
And if we don't both have it, we need to talk about it anyway.
All right.
Have you heard about the end of the console wars?
No.
Like PS5 just came out,
Yeah.
Xbox Series bullshit just came out.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys, you lose. There's a player 3 has entered
Oh,
the
I
game.
might know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the KFC 4K
Yep.
240 frames per second gaming console with a built-in chicken warmer.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with the
You
new.
talk about a high-end VR gaming PC that also keeps your chicken warm,
Yes.
motherfucker.
Well, the old game systems would have kept it warm because they just produce so much heat. But the new ones, I guess, stay
I
pretty
think that's
cool.
basically what they're banking on
Yeah.
is the residual heat from your gaming is going to keep you. It's got a chicken drawer though. Brian, it has a chicken drawer to keep your shit warm.
This is ridiculous, but I love it.
When you're up there, getting your kill-death ratio straightened out,
Mm-hmm.
you can also be enjoying some delicious
Well,
fried chicken.
when you're playing like Call of Duty, you've only got a short amount of time between matches. So
Short amount.
you don't have time to run all the way to the kitchen to get your chicken.
It's true.
By having it right there, you're ready for when you got to reload,
It's right there.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit, I'm
The
out of chicken.
problem is-
Reload.
Problem is greasy-ass fingers, though.
Well, I mean, you can figure that out.
That's true.
You have a stabbing fork or something for that.
The old stabbing fork.
Just hold it on a fork and just gnaw off around it.
You need one of those forks that kind of churns and just in front of your face,
Yeah.
so you can just take like little nibbles off, like it's corn on the cob.
Yeah. Something that hooks to like a helmet or some sort of headgear, so it just keeps it right
Now
in front
we're
of your mouth.
That's the VR helmet of the future.
Yeah. Just, you lock a piece of chicken in there too.
Playing some like Beat Saber while you're enjoying a nice like chicken leg.
For sure, man. Whew. That'll be amazing.
So was that one of the ones you had?
It was not. I saw that and
Oh,
I
shit.
thought about it,
Okay.
but I didn't because I should have, because how could I miss out on warming chicken? I wonder. Well, I'm assuming you can warm other things in there as well.
I mean, it is just a random drawer.
Yeah.
You
So you
know?
could keep like nugs in there or fries, tots, whatever you need, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have a whole arsenal right there at your fingertips.
I mean, seeing how it's KFC though, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna want you
Well,
to have chicken.
But yeah, the old KFC, I don't think it says anything about a price. But if I see a follow up to this, I will check it out.
I'm not gonna lie. If there was any way I could get one of these, I would totally get one of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean without
Yeah.
having to pay for it. Like if there was a contest or if they were just like gonna give us one, I'd be all for having it. And I would use the shit out of it to see how it works.
And I'd have warm chicken 24/7.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hell, you don't even have to be playing a game. You just while you're watching TV, boom, right there near you.
I just have it right on the side of my bed. Like wake up 3 in the morning, a glass of water, just take a bite of a chicken leg real quick.
I was kind of thinking of The Office where Michael Scott has the Foreman grill at the end of his bed because he loves waking up to the smell of bacon.
Yeah, it's
burn the hell out of your
pretty
feet.
Similar there.
Yeah.
100% right there, Brian.
I like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that almost is a shut up and take my money. But I don't know if it's can you actually buy it?
It doesn't say anything yet.
That's disappointing.
It is disappointing, I know.
That's all right.
Because believe me, if it had a price, don't get me wrong, I would be spilling the beans.
I'd be interested.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, yeah, you could just keep a little, warming thing or a toaster oven right there next to you while you're playing too, but
Truth.
Still.
It's not the same. It's not the same as the thing that you're playing the game with.
Yeah.
It's keeping your food warm.
So weird though. Can you imagine after a while your console just stinks of fried chicken.
I mean, that's probably 100% accurate.
I mean, what would be funny though is you're not warming anything up in it, right? But and then when you start it up, you just keep smelling fried chicken and you're like, "Damn, I'm hungry."
Man, I gotta clean out that tray.
Yeah. Damn it, I should have put some chicken in there. What the hell's wrong with me?
Man. What in the hell is wrong is the problem.
Yep.
But that's all I really got news-wise.
Oh, is it that?
If I'm being for real.
Well, I have one that Garrett dropped to us in our group chat, but I already had it, marked to talk about. But
go on.
It says illegal winery busted at Alabama town sewage plant.
Nothing like some shit wine.
Yeah. Apparently, the photos released by investigators show glass containers, buckets, fermenting rack, and other equipment, all at the plant. It says the agency says officers seized a lot of illegal alcohol and arrested Alan Marie Stifel of Fife, I think it is. He faces a felony charge of use of official position for personal gain and a misdemeanor charge of unlawful possession of an illegally manufactured alcoholic beverage.
Oh, boy.
Yikes. Yeah.
I mean, it's sewage wine. Who gives a shit? Let's be honest here.
Yeah. Looks like they were making red and white, apparently.
Oh, how fancy.
No green?
Yeah, really. They got a little sparkling wine in there called the methane.
Yeah. Ugh. Gross.
So what you're saying is you're not down for this?
No. Well, I don't do the wine anyway. So.
But Brian, toilet wine. This is actually like toilet wine on a large scale.
Yeah. That's what it is. Now, what I think is funny is the punishment for this is going to be jail time. How you going to let a dude who clearly knows how to run a toilet wine empire go into a prison? I feel like that's like when you give suspension to somebody who skipped school.
This is how it becomes a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to get in there. He's going to, perfect the toilet wine, come out and launch some brand of toilet wine that's going to be along the lines of Boone's or something like that.
Bro, I got the name for it. American Standard. I'm just saying.
Oh, my. I like it.
Shit writes itself.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, man. I like it. Jeez.
I like it like that.
All right, so the next one I got here is car ends up in a ditch. Woman claims dog was driving.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have that.
Right. It says, once on the scene, the investigating officer found a woman and her dog in the car. The woman told the officer that the dog was behind the one behind the wheel.
This son of a bitch.
Shockingly, police say that they quickly determined that the woman was under the influence of alcohol, which is why the dog was driving, I'm assuming, right? Like, he's the designated driver.
Well, yeah, she was too fucked up to drive.
She's driving and she's just all over the road, and the dog's like, listen, bitch, like, pull over. I'm taking the wheel.
Like, you gotta give me these keys.
His name's Jesus. Yeah. Good Lord. So, yeah, so they, she was immediately issued a 90-day roadside prohibition after refusing to provide a breath sample.
But she probably offered up a breath sample. What?
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Terrible. Terrible.
Was it, though?
Yes.
Or was it the best thing you've heard all day?
If that's the best thing I heard all day, man, what a shitty day I've had.
Right? That'll teach you. That'll learn you.
All right, the next one. Oh, damn it. The page has got to reboot.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Then it's got a thing that's like, please disable your ad blocker. Stop it. You're Fox News. You don't need my ad revenue money. You make plenty of money. I guess. Come on.
Nope, you're not. It's not happening for you. I don't know what to tell you. It's over.
Well, the headline is "Man Mauled to Death by Pet Hippo He Described as Like a Son."
Well, the immediate problem I detect is pet hippo.
Why?
Because
they're
world's most
hungry,
dangerous
hungry?
animal, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever they call it in Africa when it's like, hey, see that big like tank with teeth that floats? That thing will fuck you up, bro.
Hungry. Yep. I gotta say that the guy who they're showing on the back of this hippo, like riding it, bareback, kind of looks like he might be related to a hippo. He's kind of a whoa. Sorry about that. If anyone can hear this, music playing.
I hate that.
Yeah. This guy, 40, adopted a hippo who he named Humphrey, of course.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's where'd it go? So it's the South African said that Humphrey had responded to his calls, enjoyed playing with him, and that he would even brush the hippo's teeth, which makes sense, you know. Hippos can't brush their own teeth. You don't need them.
I hate stories like this.
And it's a little bit dangerous, but I trust him with my heart, and he will not harm anybody, Els said. I can swim with him. I go in the water. He allows me to get on his back, and I ride him like a horse. He swims with me. He's like a son to me. So apparently he's a son to you like he's a Menendez brother or something, apparently, because you did.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
he's like a son to me.
Like, seriously, there's just some animals, like you said, hippos, you know, they have that reputation from, like, the zoos and whatnot. When you go see them in the zoo and you're like, oh, they're, you know, look at how fun and whatever. It's like, they're fucking vicious. They will stomp the shit out of people. Them teeths will rip you apart.
Like, oh, I saw this movie where they were dancing to classical music in tutus.
Like, I always bring food because I know they're hungry, but that's it. After I feed them pellets, they're fine.
They don't like to eat these marbles. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a big sign, please do not feed the hippos marbles. I mean, the sad part is I honestly could see that being a real thing.
Oh, yeah, because people are stupid.
Yeah. But seriously, people, quit trying to domesticate. Again, this goes back to it's the Chris Rock joke over and fucking over. It's a tiger being a tiger, you know? You can't blame a hippo for destroying a human.
Yeah, exactly. Hippo being a hippo, that's all that is.
I tell you what.
And Slipknot was right. People equal shit.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
All right, so this one. Deputies respond to a cheetah sighting in Oregon that turned out to be a stuffed animal.
What?
Somebody pranked the police, got them to come out, and here it is. This is from the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. This was on their Twitter or Facebook. Sorry. This morning, we received a call from a Southwest Portlander who reported seeing a big cat with spots in an elevated position off the road in the Green Hills neighborhood. Caller said the animal looked like a cheetah, but did not appear to be aggressive. Big cats are not uncommon in this area. Cougars have been spotted in the West Hills periodically over the years, but a possible cheetah, this was new for us. And then go into more. But anyway, this thing is so obviously a stuffed animal, it's not funny.
Oh, my God.
But,
Bear fucker.
dude, yeah. Do you need assistance? All right, so the responding deputy used his sense of humor to describe what he did once he arrived. Quote, I used my ninja-like skills to sneak up on the beast, the deputy said. Of course, it sat there dumbfounded that I was able to get so close for a couple of photos. Turns out it was a stuffed animal, unquote.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. The sad part is, it's just blatantly wasting taxpayer dollars and resources.
Oh, absolutely.
But it is also...
What a waste.
It is also kind of funny,
It is.
So...
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Too
Next.
bad about the human race. No.
We used to do you remember back when, whenever we had a weird news, we were like, okay, is this Ohio or Florida, right?
Yes.
Because Ohio just has a lot of this weird shit, too. This one's from Ohio. Naked man filmed rollerblading on Ohio highway wearing only panda head. This guy's literally rollerblading down the highway with a golf club in his hand, wearing one of those big, stuffed animal, like you can find it like Walmart and different stuff. Those big panda head and his rollerblades. That's all he's wearing. Just skating down the highway.
But why?
Why not? I mean,
But
no.
But why?
I don't know. It doesn't. It doesn't say. They didn't apparently question him.
They didn't question him? They didn't tase him and throw him in a ditch?
Well, it also does not say that they did or did not do that. So who knows?
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Take him back to the station and tune him up a little bit?
Yeah, right.
Wow. I mean, I assume drugs are involved.
Maybe. I mean, I know it's been a little warmer, and this was in Columbus, but I feel like it's still a little cold to be out rollerblading naked. You might want to put a little something over the twigs and berries.
Plus, imagine if you hit like a pebble.
Oh,
you're
dude.
Just you're doing like 15 miles per hour and you just rub your balls on the
asphalt.
asphalt.
Oh, my God. That road rash would be ridiculous.
Oh, geez. That's not a good time.
No. Yikes.
Huh. So that was an Ohio thing, too.
That was an Ohio thing, yeah. See, in Florida...
Excellent work, state of Ohio.
In Florida, it would make more sense because, it's balmy down there a lot of times. It's nice.
It's balmy, it's warm.
Like,
you expect to see nude people on
yeah,
rollerblades.
You're like, you know what? I like to let them breathe a little bit. Like, I'm going to just go out for a nice, casual rollerblade. I got my Panda helmet on. I'm ready to go. And then you get out there and, hope you, like you said, hope you don't hit anything uneven. Because if so, it's going to just destroy you.
Oh, well, the roads would be so much nicer in Florida because here you got to worry about salt and shit destroying everything.
There's that too, yeah.
And like down in Florida, I get it. And it was Ohio because he probably had some fresh Ohio sweet corn firmly crammed in his ass.
Wow, that would be... I mean, there's better ways to carry corn, but...
Well, yeah, but if you don't have pockets...
Well, you could have had a satchel, a man purse or something.
He does.
You're right. He's using nature's pocket. Yeah.
Nature's pocket. We've said it before.
Yep. Right in the old ham wallet. Yep.
Yep. Nature's gun safe.
Yeah. That's a good place to put a gun to make sure your kids don't get it,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get it, they really need it.
I guess, yeah. Like, what are you doing in my ass? All right, so this is from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Ah, nice. Love that city.
Son wins lawsuit after mom throws away his best porno mags.
Whoa, was this the Beastie Boys?
It literally is. A Grand Haven couple will have to pay for disposing of their son's pornography collection. Apparently, David Working, 42, sued his parents, Beth and Paul Working, after they tossed out what a judge called a trove of pornography and an array of sex toys. Oh, dude, David Working, the son, contends damages are around $25,000.
Wow, that must have been quite the porn collection.
He must have really had some. Yeah, apparently his lawyer says this was a collection of often irreplaceable items and property.
Wow. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is porn.
I guess, right? Like
I
he
mean,
must
it
have had
sounds
some
pretty
like
impressive.
old school rare shit in there or something, dildo or something in there.
Exactly.
I mean, damn.
Ugh, I'm pretty sure Cleopatra's dildo was just like a rounded off stick,
Well, I mean, even still,
like a jackal head carved into it or
Yeah.
something.
Well, hey, whatever. Whatever got the
Or
job
closer.
done.
Whatever, exactly. What?
All right, this one I forgot. I gotta actually send you the link. Hopefully, it'll go through. But yeah, that one, like I searched a little bit first to make sure, and the thing is, it's from MLive, which is a site that
the
I've
Michigan site.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's a legit site. So I was like, okay, this is probably real, but I double checked that last one because I was like, I just want to make sure that wasn't somebody just being funny. But yeah, apparently he was very distraught over losing all his pornographies.
I mean, if you've got 20 grand worth of pornography, I think I get it.
I guess, yeah. I mean, geez. You think they could have just thrown it in a box and put it out front, and said, hey, come get your shit or something, but, whatever. All right,
I like the fact that his parents were like, we got to just throw all this shit out.
This is just obnoxious.
Like,
It's
how
like,
many
son,
times is he beating his dick a day?
It's like, son, we have to get rid of your shit because your mom needs room for her shit. Like
Yeah,
this.
your mom's got quite the extensive porn collection too, and yours is just
Like,
overtaking her.
Look, you moved out. Mom wants this for her own jack room, so it's it's time for your shit to go.
Your mom's getting yours and her suction cup dildos confused. That's becoming a problem.
That's no good. That's
I'm
no
done
good.
buying your mom antibiotics.
Right. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is insane.
Watch your shit better. Jeez. All right, so the next one here is Christmas Santa event canceled after parents' complaints go viral on social media. And apparently there was this, like, Santa's Winter Village, it says, which I think this is from Australia. And they basically positioned this as, like a Santa's Wonderland kind of thing with, fun events for the kids to do and all this other stuff. But when you look at the pictures that are actually provided from inside, this is like the most jank thing. Like they used paper plates and wrapped them in plastic to look like giant candies, which I ain't mad at that. But I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Fake snow on top of this thing looks weird. But it looks like
this is some haggard shit.
It's just cardboard boxes put together, barely decorated. The Santa sleigh ride is literally a mobility scooter with things attached to the back end of it.
I like how the walls are pallets just painted white.
Yeah, there's a maze where it's literally just like there's just like tinsel on metal barricades. Like, it's so bad. Like, make sure, if you're listening to this, make sure you check out the pictures because they're so terrible.
God. A family pass for this place is $132.
Yeah. Dude, I'd be furious if I paid that and then got inside and saw this.
Australia, and I paid $132 for my family to do this, and I walked in, it looked like this. Everybody's getting boomeranged.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody.
Yeah, I saw they compared it. I don't remember if it's in this article or another one I read about where they compared it to being like the fire festival of Santa villages.
It's pretty bad.
Because I guess the pictures that the place put on their Facebook was all like looked really nice and amazing, but in some of the comments and stuff, they said that some visitors had defended the event, saying their families enjoyed themselves. And I'm like,
well, yeah, I mean, it's because they grew up in the bush. Their entertainment is a fucking pile of sand and a twig.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. I'm like,
fucking
God,
dodging roos and shit.
What kind of normal stuff do you do if your family enjoyed this? Unless I could see you and I go into something like this and laughing and having fun at just how awful
it'd be a great
it is.
Time.
But
we would be there to mock it.
Yeah. But man, if you took your kids there, you'd be, like you said, especially paying that kind of money to get in, that'd be ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're one of those weird children that was raised by dingoes.
Maybe they were.
And then it's like, wow, this is really cool, actually.
I feel like if you were raised by dingoes and you got to a point that you could take your family to this kind of thing, I feel like the dingoes did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, and I kind of want to see dingoes run around and tear people up in here.
Yeah, you know.
Mom, Dad.
Yeah, that's in the air quote.
Stop embarrassing me.
That's in the air quote reindeer petting zoo. They just have antlers on dingoes.
Yes.
Like, oh God, what was that? Do you remember that one story we talked about where was it a zoo or something had a donkey painted like a zebra or something like that?
Yeah, I do. Oh my God.
Oh man, that's what this reminds me of. Just the worst.
Just the worst.
Yeah. Oh man. Or on, do you ever see that episode of Married with Children where they have? I think it's called Bundyland or something like that. Or
I have not seen that
oh
one.
Jesus, Al has like, just a bunch of shit in their backyard, and it's all just terrible.
You mean like Santa's Winter Village here?
Yes, very much. All right, so the last one I got here, like I'm watching, I don't know what last night on TV, and they had a commercial talking about how there's football on TV. This, the NFL wild card's coming up soon, right?
Yes.
So, and at the bottom of the thing it says CBS and Nickelodeon. I'm like, Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon?
And I know, like, for the NCAA tournament, like, CBS uses, like, their whole family of networks to broadcast a lot of those games because there's a ton of games,
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are they having it on Nickelodeon? And I looked today, and apparently what's happening is Nickelodeon is launching their own, like, kids sports kind of coverage of this.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, that's different, whatever. However, this article that I found here talks about how they're launching a kid site, and it's going to have, this article calls it sports betting like elements because they're going to allow the kids to do pick'em through the website, and you can print out like your pick'em cards, and you keep track of your record, and you get rewards for coming back, that kind of stuff. I didn't see anything that says that there's like a prize involved, because usually, they have to be real careful with that with kids because of, laws and stuff. But a lot of people are very much like, hey, this so really feels like something that could be like a gateway to gambling. Like, probably shouldn't be putting this to kids. So
they're really infringing on my children's only miniature pony racetrack. Just saying.
Is that outside of Santa's Village?
Yes, it is. And there is betting allowed.
Oh, perfect.
Just saying.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one, because on one hand it is like weird, but also it's like, I was really into sports as a kid as far as watching football and all this. I would have really dug that I could do pick'ems,
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool.
But also, I do kind of understand the other side of this, which is, is it grooming in any way? I don't know, But I guess what it really comes down to, and somebody does point out in this article, they were like, whoever is in charge of setting this site up really clearly knows about betting and setting that stuff up. And, I was like, that is probably a little rough on that, but I don't know what to do.
Nickelodeon presents Draft Kids. Like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. Well, and it also says that there's going to be live in-game content possible that might be, like, what prop bets are, right?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like, who's the first player to score a touchdown or whatever kind of thing. And they're saying that they might do stuff like that. But again, it's like, well, it's tough because there's nothing illegal about it if there's no prize. And even if there is a prize, there's rules that, like a parent would have to consent or whatever. So I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about, like, it makes you wonder how much of a problem kids being groomed for gambling ends up being. But realistically, hell, once you're 18 or 21, I mean, man, DraftKings advertises all the time.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And look, I play on DraftKings occasionally, but it's, I'm not an addictive personality person, so it's not a big deal for me. I'll play, and then I won't play for weeks, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll play this weekend.
Like, oh yeah, I should do this again.
I still got some money in my account. I'll play again, whatever. So I don't know. Like if this was around when I was a kid, it wouldn't have. I don't think it would have led to me gambling.
Yeah, I would have been in the same boat. Like, whatever.
Because even now, I don't gamble as far as like I don't bet money on games or whatever. I'll play DraftKings where I'm picking a lineup and all that kind of stuff, but I don't like straight up gamble on really anything. I've never been big into gambling much. I've been to casinos a few times. I generally play a little blackjack and I'm done.
Sometimes I gamble on leftovers.
Oh, you know what? That's probably where most of my gambling has been in life. As we talked before, giving it the old sniff, go,
it seems okay.
My stomach's coated with iron. I can make it through this.
How's my lower GI going to know if I don't introduce it?
I like to call them cleanses, Tony.
That's my new weight loss plan. Old food.
Yeah, the old bad leftover cleanse diet.
Yeah. Like, I got to get some stuff accomplished on my phone, and I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Perfect. I can just sit on a can all day.
Well, in the world we live in now, I mean, you got constant entertainment on your phone. As long as the Wi-Fi or your cell whatever holds, you're good.
Right.
So
yeah, good to go.
Yeah. Just got to keep some Pedialyte or something near you to,
Oh yeah, stay hydrated.
Make sure you don't die. But other than that,
straight up IV.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the move. That's the real move.
Yeah. Yep. It's a pro move.
Can you imagine walking into someone's bathroom and you see like the IV hook up there?
Like, what's that for? Oh, when I get the most horrendous shits you've ever imagined in your life.
Like, how frequently do you get those?
A couple times a week.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah.
Like, clearly it's a lot because you have this.
All I can say is don't use that chapstick over there. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Oh. That's terrible, but also maybe a brilliant invention for like hemorrhoids. I mean,
right?
A little stick like that, you just kind of across the, the old bung piece and,
right.
Help you out a little bit.
Help you out.
That's got menthol in it for when it burns.
Oh, God. That'd be the worst shit ever.
I know, right?
Like, man, this is so soothing.
Oh my God. It'd be like putting icy hot on something like that,
Exactly.
Like, oh, this doesn't feel so. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Ooh. All right. Well, there you go. That's the news whip that I have.
Oh, beautiful.
So let's do some Q the W.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because I am starting to hit the proverbial wall.
Well, you've been drinking.
And I've been up since like 5 this morning.
That's no excuse.
Yeah, fair enough.
Clearly, you're right. It's the being up since 5 o'clock.
Yeah, they'll do it.
Well, both, but whatever.
So last week we asked, when someone returns a dish to you, do you rewash it even if they say it's clean? Why or why not?
Yeah.
All right. On Face page, Valerie, she says, it depends on the person. If it's back from my mom, no. No way I'm washing it. She's anal as fuck. Other friends I see like every 5 months rewashing. Best friend, nope. She's a germaphobe. Other best friend with 3 kids, a dog and a cat, and not enough time to take uninterrupted poop. Fuck yes.
That's understandable given that scenario because, like, all right, may not have time to really spend quality time on dishes.
Yeah, right.
All right, fair enough.
And hell yes. Firstly, I don't trust the washing. Firstly, I don't trust the washing of everyone. But secondly, usually takes forever to get a dish back from someone.
That's true too.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they may have washed it 3 months ago, and now I'm finally get it back from them. But who knows where it's been in 3 months? Could have been rolling around in there at the trunk with their old gym shirts and gas can for weeks.
Delicious.
Because they keep telling themselves they'll drop it off next time they're in my area. Nah, right in the dishwasher when it comes back.
She added a side note that said, especially if it's from Tony. Also, I just wanted to.
Well, I mean, naturally.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, though, where you're rubbing your ass all over it.
Well, yeah, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, though. I hadn't considered that, but that is actually a really good reason. Is you don't know how long it's been clean and then sat wherever, exposed to who knows what, before it's given back to you. To where it's still probably inherently clean, but
at the same time.
Yeah, you're like, yo, I gave that to you when we were like 12. We're 40 now. Like.
Exactly. It's that like weird vintage like puke green Tupperware.
Yeah, like they don't even make this shit anymore. Like, come on.
So on Instagram, Big Dev, he says, that dish better be full of delicious treats. It went out full, it returns full.
Yeah, if only it worked that way.
Right? Would be nice.
Yeah. I do know people who are like that though, that if you give them a dish, they will send something back, kind of a thing.
I mean, that's a good move, let's be honest.
Yeah. That's the MVP move,
Yes.
You're like, "Oh, here's some delicious, spaghettis or whatever," and then they send it back with like equally delicious treats in it,
Like, yeah, I got you, bro. Here's
Right.
your dish back.
Here, I
with
poured
fun stuff in it.
I poured a bunch of bourbon in this bowl for you. Here you go.
Yeah, it's just-
Oh, what a pal.
Watch, the lid's a little wonky. So
Yeah.
Watch how you tilt it.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's only getting tilted back once.
Hey-o.
Gong, gong, gong.
Casey Pierce, she writes, no. We're living on the edge.
All right. Note to self: if Casey ever gives us a dish back, make sure we wash it.
Yeah, wash it for sure.
She's sketchy on germs, so I don't know. No, I kid.
The sketchiest.
Yep.
Sean Ennis, he says, I'm washing every time. My friends are the grossest.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Especially being a guy. It's, a lot of our guy friends probably are not the best with
anything.
with the abortion of dishes. It depends on age and stuff too, like at this point, like realistically, like I said, if you handed me a dish and said, "Yo, it's clean," I would trust you,
Right.
I still
No,
might
no,
because of
you're
that.
gonna be laughing as I drive away.
Yeah. Like, yo, it's totally clean as you're rolling your eyes away from me.
Yeah, but for sure. It's so clean.
Yeah,
I
like,
definitely didn't scoop kitty litter with
right?
it.
Like, are your fingers crossed? No. I got you. My toes were crossed. God damn it.
So our pal Phil, he says, "Is this the 1950s where people borrow dishes?" But yes, I am washing it, assuming I get the dish back, or even bothered asking for it back.
Now, see, there's a lot of times, like, when we make stuff, like when my brother comes over, we'll give him a dish to take to my grandma because, my grandma can't cook for herself anymore. So, unfortunately, she's pretty much, relegated to, microwave food now. A lot of times. So, she appreciates the fact that it's a home cooked meal coming to her, so it's like most of it goes that way, but most of the time also it's like Gladware and shit like that. So if it doesn't come back, it's like,
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's not the days of where, well, once you said, like I said earlier, Tupperware, that was expensive.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, like, we've given Pyrex dishes to people before and then they don't come back and it's like, yo, Pyrex ain't dirt cheap, like that shit's
I remember
expensive.
taking home leftovers in like old Cool Whip tubs and shit.
Oh, for sure, dude. That's what you always. That's the reason you keep that shit. Is so in case you give someone something, you're like, yo, here's a country crock one. Here's like old potato salad one. Here's like a Jello mold.
You know what my mom does, which I think is probably the most brilliant thing ever.
Huh.
She went to Gordon Foods, our local like restaurant and bulk supply place, and she just bought styrofoam takeout containers like you get in a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Because she got sick of her shit not coming back.
Right? That's why, like I said, I've gotten to where now if we give stuff to people, it's always in, like we were just saying, like in those Tupperware, or the, like, Cool Whip bowls and shit, or Gladware, to where it's like, yo, it's like a couple bucks to buy 4 new ones. And honestly,
Don't come back, who cares?
Well, and also after a while, you're like, this is looking a little sketchy, throw them away anyways, because I like to fill landfills. And
naturally,
but
love it.
like seriously though, after a while, you're like, hey, this is looking a little wonky. It's probably time to get rid of it. So it's like if someone doesn't bring it back, you're like, they did me a favor. I got to buy a new one.
I'll be honest. Sometimes when I'm cleaning out the fridge, I'll be like, this is one of those containers that had lunch meat in it, and I'm not sure what's in it now. So this whole thing's going in the trash.
For sure, dude. I do that all the time.
I'm not invested in this at all.
I did it earlier today. We had we had bought some, like, the Tony Pacco's hot dog sauce,
Oh, yeah.
And it was in, like, literally a little container that was for potato salad from the deli. And I looked at it and I'm like, yo, that looks pretty sketchy in there. I just winged the whole thing in the garbage. Like,
we're dealing with it this way.
Yeah. Well, that is something nice about using, like, the Pyrex, like the glass stuff, is it stuff comes out of it easy and it cleans easy. You don't have any weird, things sticking in the corners or whatever. Because
It also
glass.
throws away easy. Just saying.
yeah, that's true. It does. You're right. You know.
Uneducated humor. They say I return it dirty, so that way they know what's up.
That's the gangster move right there.
That is the gangster move.
It's also the move that probably won't get you more stuff sent with you, which,
No,
you know,
that's how you don't get leftovers.
right. Which, you know, if they're shitty leftovers, maybe that's the deliberate move there. I
That's
don't know.
true. That's true.
Might be a
Like
strategic.
it's that weird Jello sale. It's got like hot dogs and pineapple in it or something.
Right. You're like, no, Aunt Betty, I really don't want any of this. And she's like, no, it's, you know, I know you love it. You loved it when you were a kid. And it's like, no, I used to feed it to the dog.
Yeah, like I hated it every time.
And the dog wouldn't
died.
eat it. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for our QW answers on this end.
All right.
Yo.
Fair enough. I have one from Cheeto, and he says, fuck yeah, I wash it. I don't give a shit who had it, who claims to have washed it, or whatever sanitizing methods they claim to have used. It traveled. It had I don't know whose paws all over it after it went from your sink and made its way back to my house. Now, do I appreciate it being washed? Yes. Do I wash other people's stuff, return it, and expect them to just put it away without washing it themselves? Nope. Wash that shit. Hashtag soap and water. Hashtag Madge. Hashtag I soaked in it, which, if you're a younger person, you are not going to have a clue what those last two were for. Because those are some old Palmolive references right there, I believe.
Yes, they were nice.
Yeah, well done, though, Cheeto. And I think that kind of piggybacks on like Michelle was saying too, and I agree with that. And you know, I hadn't thought about that, but that's probably
Don't die.
didn't have time to turn off the mic. Damn it! Sorry.
You'll be all right.
But that, you know, that's probably the real justification for why a lot of us do it is just we think of, you know, we don't think about it, but that ends up being a really good reason.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Jeez. Oh, I think I blew half my brains out there. Shit.
Fired an adenoid through the wall.
No, I don't have them anymore.
That goes adenoids.
Yeah. Dude, don't you remember? I used to get strep throat like every other day when we were children.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
right.
finally, the one time I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he was like, Jesus Christ, he's got to come out.
Like, good Lord.
And I'm like, thank you. Haven't had a problem since. So
Yeah, amazing how that
yeah,
works.
crazy. Like, oh, you keep getting this weird infection that's horrible, and you keep missing school. Nah, you'll be all right. Here's some antibiotics that you're allergic
Yeah,
to.
here's some tussin.
Yeah.
Almost out of tussin. Add water. More tussin.
More tussin. That's right. I remember my parents were very much like, why aren't they doing more about this? But those, you know, in those days, you didn't really like, hey, maybe we should see another doctor, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And
They're
that's
just
really
like,
what
"Oh,
should have
These guys
happened."
went to school. They're professionals. They know what's up.
Yeah. Now you'd be like, all right, this doctor doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. My kid's suffering like crazy with this strep throat all the time.
Like, let me Google this. I have what? God damn it. What rare disease is this?
Ass cancer. How do I have ass cancer?
Who gets in there and heard of it?
I knew I should have.
Understand.
I knew I should have washed out that Tupperware before eating out of it. You know, I was listening to Jim Jeffries' podcast. I don't know about that.
Right.
And a few weeks ago, he had Erin Brockovich on.
Oh. Yeah, I love her movies.
Yeah, no, but you know, the real woman is an
Oh, that one where she was a hooker?
No, but the you're
What an
thinking,
improbable story that is.
you're thinking of Julia Roberts, my friend.
Yeah. And then later in life, she was like, I'm going to help this poor black child and let him sleep on my couch.
Huh?
Like, God damn it, Erin Brockovich.
No, wrong
What?
person. So, but she was talking about like water quality and shit.
Right.
And talking about how like the instances of brain-eating bacteria have been going up because of our the way we're shitty about treating our water.
That's exciting.
Which is why, for anyone, if you happen to use a neti pot and you don't already know this, always use distilled water. Do not use tap water for your neti pot type devices or anything you're putting up into your brain,
Use
because
stagnant water.
you probably shouldn't. I'm pretty sure they recommend
Like finding a
against it.
puddle.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
I'm just going to start neti potting with craft beer.
That's the move right there. Well, you know
That's
that's high quality filtered water. You know.
high quality filtered water. It's it's been sealed off from the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and when I heard that, I was like, oh, geez. I'm like, and your odds of it are still slim, but it's still there. Like, it's a real thing that people have suffered and died from. Like, this bacteria gets in your brain and literally just starts eating your brain.
I mean,
just
I can nominate a few people to get it.
I mean, I'm very much. They probably have nothing to eat up there, Tony.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we're gonna starve out these parasites.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Yeah.
Yeah. I got basically the negative zone for them. If I can nominate a few people.
I like it.
Right.
All right. Well, let's.
It's gonna be brain-eating parasites and General Zod hanging out.
Boy, that's gonna be suck for him when he goes to clean out his nostrils.
Yeah. Right.
Oh
him.
boy. Then they're gonna take over his body and do foul things with it, probably.
I mean, it sounds like Superman 18 coming up.
Somehow they'll escape the negative zone then.
Yeah, it's a negative zone. What did I call it?
I don't know. You might have called
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. So number 1 through 21 this week.
Let's go 21 because drinking age.
All right. I like this one.
Oh, good.
If your last minor injury actually killed you instead, what would you have died doing? I can tell you mine. I know exactly what mine is.
I'm trying to think because I get so many like random just little wounds at work that I don't even like. I don't even recognize them as being wounded anymore.
My last one would have been my cat scratching my hand.
Fair enough.
Because she clawed my hand a little bit, so I would have died from cat scratch fever, apparently.
yeah, the nuge, man. Let me think. When's the last time I got like significantly hurt enough that I was like, my whatever.
Yeah, my fingies.
My fingies, yeah.
Oh, dude, speaking of, have you ever watched Laser Wolf? Have I mentioned Laser Wolf to you?
You've mentioned it.
Okay.
I don't think I've watched it, though.
Okay. I've been watching it, and god damn it, I love it. It's so ridiculous, but I just enjoy the show so damn much.
Fair enough.
Like the one, it's literally called, Stupid Horse, and it gets hurt occasionally, like it breaks its ankle or whatever, and be like, my ankies. Just, I don't know why it makes me laugh.
Horse.
It just makes me laugh so much. Yeah, the character is called Stupid Horse. Because
I guess it'd be when I racked my head coming out of my basement.
Boy, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Because I still sometimes forget I have to duck like half an inch.
Oh.
It's like if I don't do the head tilt, I get annihilated.
How did Tony die? I forgot to duck again.
Yeah.
Bullet?
Basically.
Bullet? No, he just hit his head on the thing going.
That little beam right there.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's tragic.
Yeah, I wish I had a better one for you, but I don't.
Well, mine, like I said, mine's just a cat scratch. So that was literally the last time I hurt myself.
Yeah, you get septic and you die.
I guess, yeah. I'm like, oh no. Like, can't you just cut the hand off? No, it's way past that.
Oh, it's a cool hand. Look at this.
This is fast moving, death.
Yes. Sweet, fast moving death.
All right. Well, like, is it going to be painful? Oh, yeah, very.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible.
It's excruciating.
It's probably the worst, really.
It'll be a fast death, but it'll feel like it wasn't. Like, that sounds
Exactly.
terrible. Can you just, put me out of my misery? Oh, no. Actually, it's weird.
It keeps you up.
It makes you immortal except from itself.
Yeah, it's crazy the way it works.
Like, you're the only person that has it. Like, well, how do you know all this about it? Well, I read about it in Superman.
Because I injected you with it. Wait, what?
I created it, yeah. Like, you remember how you found that cat in your front yard?
Quote, unquote. Remember how you petted a cat and then you woke up with a dart in your neck?
Again?
It didn't actually scratch you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I thought that scratch looked a little weird for a cat. It looked like a fork.
Yeah, exactly. Just hanging out of your hand.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, wait. Actually, I do. I just remember my last injury because the head thing was a while ago.
Okay.
I was eating a delicious pizza dip appetizer, and
Sounds
the little
amazing.
chips it came with were so crunchy and brutal they tore up the inside of my mouth.
Oh, jeez.
So I probably would bleed out from there, I guess.
Oh, how did Tony die? Oh, you know that pizza dip? Like, yeah. Oh, not those sharp chips. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Like, I've lost so many
Claimed
loved
another
ones.
one.
Like, yeah, yeah. I can't believe they still have that on the menu.
So yeah, that would be the last. Because I was actually just rubbing my gum with my tongue, like, oh, it still hurts. I was like, oh wait,
Yep, that'll do it.
Yep.
All right.
I'll do it.
Well, good. I can't wait to hear other people's ridiculous injuries that would have been the last of them. Because
Indeed.
then I, mainly because I like the idea of us turning it into the, two people talking at the funeral about how they went.
That's a fun idea. Oh, God, that's a fun idea right there.
That's part of why I liked this one so much. Was it's like, well, hearing what it is and then being able to turn it into something else seemed fun.
Right.
So there you go. This week's Q of the W. Again, if your last minor injury actually killed you instead, what would you have died doing? Like, God,
Excellent.
I hope it isn't like an anal fissure or something. Although I figure
Oh,
no matter how small an anal fissure is, that's not a minor injury.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's like, that'll set you back a while.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I kind of tore my groin. It's like, oh, God,
Yeah. What do you mean, kinda?
Yeah. Yeah. Like any tear of that area sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm.
All right. Well, head on over to saltylanguage.com. You can find all the past episodes, the links, the enthusiast episodes we've done a million years ago. What else? You can find the link to the network that we're part of.
Nice. Of course.
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Tangent Bound Entertainment.
Yeah.
So please go check the shows out over there and tell Mark that Tony misses him.
Yeah. Hell, you know what? We're following each other on TikTok now.
Oh.
So it's all coming together.
How long? Like, you guys got to do a duet now.
I told him that because he puts voices on there. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
you gotta
have to.
you gotta make this so we can duet this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
It's coming. It's coming.
Excellent. So, yeah, go check that stuff out. And if you want to contact us on Twitter, we can be found at salty_language. Go check out my other podcast, The Crazy Life, where me and
Ooh, you sons of bitches.
and Heno, who's filled in on here before, and her friend Jen, all talk about mental illness and mental health and, just dealing with recovery and all sorts of just wellness type stuff. This week we talked about, someone wrote an article about how, like, asking kind of like if depression is actually trying to save us. Coming at it from a place to where depression is actually like more of an overactive fight or flight move than a deficiency in a person.
Interesting.
It was a really interesting article. I thought me and Heno had a really nice talk about it. So go check that out if you're into it. And we talk about a whole bunch of other things. So, you can go check those out also. I believe the link for that's on the website too.
Yeah, sure is. SaltyLanguage.com, Brian, the hub for all things salty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm. Take pictures real quick.
Oh, and you can also find me on Instagram if you'd like to at Stunami.
Yes, I'm at The Monotony. And of course, Salty Language can be found on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. We're everywhere.
Sure.
Everywhere, kind of.
Yeah.
Everywhere that's like, everywhere is kind of important. That's
Right.
about it.
I like the everywhere, how that's such a massive blanket, and then you're like, sort of, which then tightens that up,
Oh, boy, does it tighten up.
Tightens them pants up. That's what it tightens up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. So I guess with that, have some cheer and be fine.
Oh, stay festive. Yes.
And don't forget to air your grievances if you do any sort of family gatherings.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Don't catch your mama drinking Santa's eggnog.
Ah, yikes.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, happy holidays to everyone. We will we'll be back before the new year, so, but still happy whatever it is you celebrate Or as I said to Heno last night, happy non-offensive holiday greeting.
Yes.
We'll go with that.
Merry President's Day.
Ooh, nice.
I don't like it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm tired. It's time to go to bed.